harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
In the midst of adversity, some are built to run towards the chaos. That's the drive that defines a Nebraska State Trooper. Mission-focused, service-minded, always ready. If you have the drive, we'll help you build a career. Applications are now open to become a Nebraska State Trooper. Numerous career paths, unlimited potential, making a difference for the people in communities all across Nebraska. Apply today at nebraskatroopers.com.
Did you know that AmeriCorps programs improve lives, strengthen communities, and foster civic engagement in Nebraska? For example, members serving with AmeriCorps programs like Partnership for Kids provide kids with the support they need to succeed in school and prepare for their dream career. Discover more about AmeriCorps programs making a difference in your community at serve.nebraska.gov. Paid for by Serve Nebraska. Aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
It's time for Lincoln Stars Hockey on 93.7 The Ticket. Listen into the 29th season of Stars Hockey as they continue their journey towards the third Clark Cup on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now it's time to send it to the rink with the voice of the Lincoln Stars, Joel Norman.
Night number 2 of this clash between the Lincoln Stars and the Sioux Falls Stampede. They matched up last night in this building. They'll do it again here tonight as the Stars try to get it done this evening after falling last night. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joel Norman, and this is Lincoln Stars Hockey on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network. The Stars falling last night, suffering back-to-back losses at home for the first time in a hot minute. It's been quite a little while. In fact, the last time that Lincoln lost back-to-back games at home was December 12th and 13th. It's their first time losing back-to-back games at all since January 3rd and 4th. Overtime loss on Monday against Fargo, and then, of course, last night's 4-2 loss against the Sioux Falls Stampede. Sioux Falls second in the Western Conference behind Lincoln. The Stars 40-14-2 on the campaign with 82 points. Sioux Falls 35-14, 3-2 with 75 points on the season. This is the final matchup of the regular season series between the Stars and the Stampede. And here tonight, Lincoln is looking to try and earn a winning record against Sioux Falls here this season. They are 3-2 against their counterparts from South Dakota and looking to try to earn this victory tonight after a hard-fought victory for Sioux Falls last night. They did a great job coming into this building, bringing the playoff mentality and getting the victory. A game that they never trailed in. Lincoln was able to tie it up briefly, but really just not able to get a whole lot of anything going on over the course of the game. Brent Solomon scored 5:32 into the game. Stars would even it up 14 minutes into the second period, but Sioux Falls only needed a minute 18 after that to retake the lead with Kennedy Shawlee's 13th goal of the season. That is the third most among USHL defensemen. Put them back in the lead. They would strike a minute 29 into the third period with Reed Varcani tallying first of his only goal of a 4-point night. 3 assists along with that goal. He was a busy man last night. And then Bryce Ingles added an empty netter at the 1850 mark before Nick Young scored a power play goal with 19 seconds remaining. Lincoln falling 4-2. Goals have been hard to come by, and the Stars are going to try and see if they can find a way to produce some offense here tonight. That is the priority as they take on the Stampede here again. And that leads us into our 3 keys to the game presented by the Nebraska Department of Transportation. Key number 1 for tonight's contest is to reestablish home ice. The Stars have dropped consecutive games here at the Icebox for the 3rd time this season, but for the first time since mid-December. Lincoln is 19-7-1 at the Icebox, and the only team with more wins in its home building are the Madison Capitals, 21-4-1-1 at home this season. Prior to Monday, Lincoln had won 13 of its previous 14 games at home and was on a 10-game home winning streak prior to March 6th. Key number 2 for tonight's contest is to score first. It's been a simple recipe for success. Lincoln is 33-3-1 when scoring first and 7-11-1 when scoring last. The Stars surrendered the game's first goal in each of the last 2 games and dropped both contests. Monday's loss to Fargo is the first time not scoring first since February 15th at Sioux Falls, snapping a 10-game streak. And our final key for tonight's game is on the mark, Markinitis. Stars forward lefty Markinitis is on a heater entering tonight's game with 6 goals over his last 7 games. Markinitis tied last night's game up 14 minutes into the second period for his 18th goal of the season and his 6th in the last 7 games. He is 2 goals away from giving the Stars 6 different 20-goal scorers for the first time in franchise history. And those are tonight's 3 keys to the game presented by the Nebraska Department of Transportation. It's Lincoln versus Sioux Falls, the best of the West, clashing tonight in the capital city. And it's also Pucks and Paws night, I should say, here at tonight's game. And you might hear some dogs barking throughout the night. Stars hoping to give them plenty to cheer about as they look to achieve win number 41 here tonight. We'll be back in just a moment to hear from the Stars head coach, Rocky Russo. And then after that, puck drop coming up at 6:05. Stick around, much more to come here on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
My early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take, but it gave my mom and me more time to plan together.
Talk to your family about seeing a doctor. Go to alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Tune in every Wednesday night from 6 to 7 p.m. as Lincoln Lighthouse's Executive Director Bill Mitchner educates listeners on the history of Lighthouse, their mission, and how you can get involved in shaping today's youth into tomorrow's adults. Every Wednesday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Do you need a urologist? At Urology Partners of Nebraska, we understand the urgency of your health. That's why we offer appointments within 48 hours. Although we're new to the community, our team brings years of experience and expertise to provide you with the best care possible. From vasectomies to kidney stones, we've got you covered for all your urology health concerns. Call 402-413-2800 today and experience the difference at Urology Partners of Nebraska.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Love is in the air, and so are big savings. It's the Big I Do event at Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions, April 4th through the 6th. For 3 days only, enjoy 20% off all engagement rings and wedding bands, plus exclusive bridal collections from our top designers. Whether you're saying yes or I do, shop now for the year's best prices and selection. April 4th through 6th, Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions.
Get ready for spring by joining an evidence-based program to improve your health and well-being. These programs use proven strategies to help you make lasting changes, whether it's boosting nutrition, increasing activity, managing stress, or enhancing wellness. Invest in yourself today and feel your best this spring and beyond. Paid for by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids. First, I hold my hands out like they're on a steering wheel. Then I look over my shoulder. Next, I put it in reverse. Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Stars against the Stampede again here tonight with puck drop coming up in just a little bit at 6 here at the Icebox. I'm Joe Norman, joined by the head coach of the Stars, Rocky Russo. And Rocky, some changes for you guys here in the lineup here tonight. Tell me about some of the switches you made with the lines to try and jumpstart the team here this one.
Sometimes the lines just get a little stale. And, we went through a long stretch with pretty similar line combinations, barring any injuries or slight changes. But, it was kind of time to mix it up a little bit. And sometimes absence makes the heart grow fonder with some of these guys. And, I've had great lines here throughout the course of our 4 years here. And, even Doug Grimes and Tanner Ludke and Mason Marcellus needed broken up. So it happens from time to time, and sometimes it's a spark that the group needs.
I recall a couple of years ago, I remember even the postseason, you had those guys separate. So sometimes the changes led to even better things. Is that something you're hoping maybe here for some of these guys? Hey, maybe changing it up isn't the worst thing for you?
Yes, sometimes you don't know if it's better if you don't try it. And, we obviously were having a lot of success with those three lines. And, the thought process is they could play their way through it. But ultimately felt like maybe a little bit of change is good for everybody.
Talk to me about that top line, because Jack Picard and Bruno Egan, I don't know if we've seen them together besides power plays a ton this season. What do you like about those two on the top line and Alex Pelletier with them?
Well, there's certainly a lot of ability on that line. And, there's a motor, there's compete, there's goal scoring, there's physicality. And so there's a nice mix of things that ultimately can make them very successful.
Drawing into the line, Nate Pedersen, Will Corton making his USHL debut. What do you like about adding the young guys in? Is that just, like you said, to give them an opportunity, but also maybe some fresh blood in there?
Well, Peds is here with us, and he's here for the duration, and so we're going to get him in as much as we can. He's going to be a dynamic Lincoln Star down the road, but much like guys that have come in the past that get their feet wet as a postseason affiliate, that's what we're trying to do with Nate. And Will came down just for a visit. And, we felt like he's earned the opportunity to get his chance in the lineup tonight. And, he's a very good hockey player, and he's been impressive in practice. And so we feel good about giving him the chance to feel what it's like playing in the ice box and playing in a big game. And he's another guy that we definitely expect to be on our team next year.
They'll play alongside the red hot lefty Markinitis. He's been on a roll as of late. What's been clicking for him over the last couple of weeks?
He's competing and he's shooting pucks, and lefty always had the knack for being around the net and scoring goals. It was just making the adjustment to the pace and the details that are necessary to play in this league. And, he's had his ups and downs this year, as every first year player does, but he's been really important for us. And, for a guy that has played essentially no power play all year to have 18 goals, it really shows what type of ability level he has.
Speaking of the power play, you did get a goal late in the game. That was, at the time, it was a 4-1 game, make it 4-2. Do you expect any changes with the power play here tonight?
I guess we'll have to find out.
Fair enough. What did you like about it, though, prior to that point in the game? There were only 2 other chances. Did you think there were any steps forward compared to before? Like we talked about, there's going to be the ebbs and flows.
Yeah, you know what? For us right now, just as a whole, we're thinking a little too much. We're gripping the stick a little too tight. We're thinking a little too much, and sometimes when that happens, you try to steer your shots, you try to make perfect plays, and it comes from a good place. Guys obviously are pressing hard to be successful, and I respect that. But more than anything, it's just taking a step back, taking a deep breath, and just playing the game a little bit. We don't need to overthink it. We're talented, and we've had a lot of success this year. And even the best teams in the league and in hockey have down stretches. And this isn't the first down stretch we've had this year. The last one feels like such a long time ago that, it's out of sight, out of mind. But, this is a good chance for us to get the train back on the tracks going into a long week next week. And I think the guys are ready for it.
Matthew Malte out of the lineup. You can't really replace your captain in that type of role, but what are some of the things that he brings to the team you need from other guys here tonight?
Well, it's just his compete and his maturity, and certainly he's an important penalty killer for us. Plays on the power play and does really good things. So, you're not going to replace him. You just hope that, like always, we have that next man up mentality, and it's an opportunity for somebody else to step in and take advantage of. And the guys that'll be filling those roles tonight are certainly more than capable.
Rocky, we appreciate the time. Talk to you afterwards. Best of luck.
Thanks, Joel.
That's the head coach of the Stars, Rocky Russo. It's Lincoln versus Sioux Falls in a moment on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats. The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street
Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Bryant at 402-467-1111 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-1111.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Load up on meat and more this spring at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's special through April 1st is $1 off all pasta, $2 off spaghetti sauce, and special discounts on hamburgers. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney and Lincoln, or also at 168th and Maple Streets in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town. Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown's Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular priced athletic shoes with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. And don't forget, Brown's carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your spring off right at Brown's Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call John Henrys at 402-435-5555 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-435-5555.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call today at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
Just about ready to get this one started between the Lincoln Stars and the Sioux Falls Stampede. And a really nice tribute being paid here by the Lincoln Stars. As we mentioned yesterday during the broadcast, the Stars have been mourning the passing of one of our greatest supporters over the last decade plus or so, ever since he's been coming to games. Jared Haas, who passed away. The entire team now is over where they're doing a ceremonial face-off with some of Jared's family members and having an entire picture with them. I mentioned Jared passing away unexpectedly earlier this week, and round of applause from everyone here. Absolutely. I think if you were someone who knew who he was, you knew the effect that he had on the Lincoln Stars, their fans, the players. Guy who would go out, take players down for dinners. Maybe they were in a slump or so. Every year, they're donating plenty of teddy bears on Teddy Bear Toss Night. A lot of little things that Jared Haas did that people like him are what make junior hockey so special in towns. It makes players and fans have such a bond to these types of teams. So, again, as we said it yesterday, our thoughts and our prayers with the family and friends of the late Jared Haas. Here tonight, the Stars taking on the Sioux Falls Stampede for the second straight evening and looking to try and earn the victory after falling last night. It was a 4-2 victory for the visitors as Sioux Falls came in and moved just 7 points back of Lincoln here in the standings. And looking to try to inch a little bit closer. There's a lot at stake here with this one as you look at for Lincoln. Tonight is the sixth to last game of the regular season. Sioux Falls has played 2 more games than the Stars. So the possibility does exist that the Stampede could catch the Stars in the standings. So Lincoln wins this one. They win the season series against Sioux Falls, and that is priority one. In the Stars locker room today, they usually have the standings listed with the records of each team. Today, everyone was wiped out except for 2 teams, the Stars and the Stampede, and their records were Lincoln 3-2 and Sioux Falls 2-3. That, of course, the records of these 2 teams head-to-head against each other. So the locker room knows the importance of tonight's game. Now it's time to put those words into action. We're underway tonight at the Icebox as Sioux Falls controls the opening draw. The wrist shot just misses the net, comes over near wall. Flipped by Montero off of the glass behind the Lincoln cage. Up to the right point. Another slapper hits off the side of the cage. That one let loose off of Bryce Ingles' stick. Starting lineup for the Stars, brought to you by Williams Cleaners. A different look to all the lines tonight. Alex Pelletier at left wing with Jack Picard at center. Bruno Eachin, the right winger. Left defense, Jacob Rombach, Ethan Weber on the right side. And William Prowse between the pipes as we get a stoppage on play as Lincoln is offside. So for the Stars, a lot of changes. We saw after the first period last night, plenty of changes into the lineup. And here tonight, it's Pelletier with Picard and Egan, Dasha Oliver, Daniel Schlein, Cade Kohansky, second wing. The second line. Third line, Lane Loomer, Gio DeJoy, and Aiden Jans. Fourth line, Lefty Markonitis, Nate Pedersen, and Will Corton in his USHL debut. Michael Sandrick, the extra skater. Defensive pairings also look very different. Jacob Rombach is with Ethan Weber. Caden Harrington with Nick Young. Tanner Hendricks is with Etienne Lassard. And Griffin Brown, as always, the extra defenseman. Puck comes all the way back toward Griffin Brown. He'll cover it up. A little bit of a snow shower comes in from Joseph McGraw. Harrington will escort him away from the cage. Sioux Falls never trailed at any point last night. Stars tied the game up briefly, 14 minutes into the second period. But besides that, it was a game that mostly controlled by the Stampede. Nick Young would score a power play goal in the third period, adding a little bit of restoring that 2-goal deficit, and had been there for most of the third period. But either way, ended up being a loss. Young scoring on his birthday yesterday. Today is Etienne Lassard's birthday. We'll see if he can do the same as this puck comes out of play on the far side. Looking at the records of these two teams entering tonight's game, Lincoln 40-14-2, top record in the entire USHL. Sioux Falls is second in the West at 35-14-3-2. Just taking a peek at how the playoff picture sits. Both of these teams have obviously already clinched playoff berths. Now Lincoln is chasing, of course, the Anderson Cup. Stars' magic number to win it is 9. Dubuque lost for a second straight night last night, but Lincoln could not move up any ground in the magic number as a result of that loss. For what it's worth, Sioux Falls is in the mix for the Anderson Cup. Their magic number is 19. Here's DeJulian, works the puck far side for Lane Loomer. His stick tied up. Nick Young takes over, feeds it ahead. Jans trying to slip around the defense, could not. Montero steals the puck away. To the near board side, wristed into the zone by Sam Spihar. Around the boards, J.J. Montero, met by Nick Young. Bear hugs him, pushes the puck away. Says control behind the net. Tanner Hendricks felt the pressure. He poke-checked it off of the boards away from a couple defenders. Dash Oliver up to center ice. Jans, end of his shift, will backhand it into the zone. Oliver in on the forecheck, stapled against the wall. Kennedy Shaw-Lee with the big pressure applied against him. Shaw-Lee scored last night. He is third among all USHL defensemen in goals with 12 on the season. Icing on the Stampede, so an offensive zone draw coming up in the Sioux Falls defensive zone in a moment. No score yet in this one with 18:10 to go in the first period. Waylon Esch between the pipes for a second straight game for Sioux Falls. He got the win yesterday. Returns here tonight. Here's Lassard, right circle with a wrister. Save made. And Esch will cover it up. Game number 12. He is 6-2-0-1. 322 goals against average at an .880 save percentage. His counterpart tonight is William Prowse. Prowse is 15-3-1 in 23 games. 266 goals against average at an .896 save percentage. Prowse of the Stars have picked up at least 1 point in 15 of his 18 starts. Does have 3 shutouts, tied for second most of the USHL, along with his teammate Jan Shostak and a few others. Stampede win the draw. Sandrick applying pressure, worked up toward the near side. We'll give you the Stars scratches in just a moment. It's Ritter Coombs controlling back behind his own end, work toward the near boards. Lincoln's depth in a really good spot right now. At this point in the season, something we haven't always been able to say, depending on injuries, but they've got a few depth pieces in there here tonight. On the breakout, here comes lefty Markinitis. He's been red hot lately. Works the puck in toward the near corner. Comes toward himself. Chipped away, though, as in the defend, Anthony Bongo. Brought over toward the far side. Working up ice, Ben Wilmot. Wristed in just to the side of Prowse. Comes near corner. Harrington up the wall past Pedersen's stick. Nate Pedersen appearing in his 4th USHL game here tonight. Talked to Rocky Russo about him. Said Pedersen is here for us the rest of the way this season. Pedersen, an affiliate, made his USHL debut November 8th in this building against Fargo. In fact, he has yet to technically play a road game. On the far board side in the Sioux Falls zone, Nick Young chops it underneath. Here's Dasha Oliver, sets up for Kohansky. Poked away from him. Schlane defending. Now back to the left point. It's Young. Tries a shot. Blocked away near side. Harrington into the slot looking for Oliver. Pass was a little bit in front of him. Now at center ice. Here come the Stampede. Ingles works to the right side. Low wrister denied by Prowse. Shot coming through from Aiden Merrick. Daniel Schlane controls far boards. He'll loft this one into the air. Off the very top of the boards along the glass far side. In toward the Sioux Falls defensive zone. Ingles looks north, feeds it off of the glass near side where Rybakov scoops it up. Played in his 150th USHL game last night. Did Alex Rybakov, 3-year member of the Stampede. Here's Montero entering the zone. Former Waterloo Blackhawk met by Jacob Rombach and Alex Pelletier. Spihar comes over to help him out. Pelletier pries it into the neutral zone briefly before his pocket is picked by Austin Baker. Now on the near wing, Nordberg tries a shot. Save made by Prowse. Rebound into the high slot. Carried out of the zone. Pelletier at the blue line. Leaned on. Fans wanted a penalty. We continue 5-on-5.
No power plays until late in the first period yesterday. That carried over into the second. Stars did not score on it. On the far boards, a shot attempt from Montero. Can't get through. Pelletier blocks and goes the other way. He dangles, shoots, save made by Esch. Rebound to the near corner. Pelletier trying to get to it first, looking for Egan beneath the goal line. Comes around to the far corner. Pakar with a stick lift possesses. Tried to bounce it away from Bongo, but actually hit it off of his right skate. Has to be dumped back into the zone by Lassard. Esch behind the Sioux Falls net. To Shawley, near side, back to the far end. Flung up ice by Bongo. Up toward the Lincoln blue line. Poke checked ahead by Hendricks. Jans trying to exit the zone. Hit it off the body of McGraw. DeJulian finds the puck for Lincoln at center ice. It's Loomer advancing in behind the Sioux Falls net. To the near corner. Stars on the forecheck as they go left to right here in the first period, presented by Genesis Health Clubs. Pass toward Bongo beneath the goal line, a little too strong. He'll hustle over, get it up towards center ice. Poked away by Hendricks, but repossessed. Varkani looking for Ernest in front of the net. Broken up at the last moment. Loomer stretches, just a little too strong for DeJulian. And tossed right back into the Lincoln end. Icing washed out as Hendricks controls. Pressure from McGraw. He couldn't hang on to possession. Aiden Jans curls behind his own cage and looks north. He'll fling it far side off the stick of Gio DeJulian at center ice. Possessed by Matthew Grimes. Sioux Falls skating with 8 defensemen for the second straight night. Here's a drop pass. Rister, and they score for the second straight game. It's Brent Solomon opening the scoring. Here in his third USHL game, he's got his second goal in as many days. And Sioux Falls with a 1-0 lead. Solomon strikes with 13:54 to go in the first period. That's the third straight game now where the Stars have given up the game's first tally. They've lost each of the previous 2. Solomon did it yesterday, and he does it again here today. Right around the same time. We'll have to double check. Last night, Solomon at the 5:32 mark. It's going to be just a hair later here tonight. But either way, tallying the game's first goal. It's that time of the year the affiliate players are in and trying to make names for themselves. And Solomon here in USHL game number 3 has done it again. Sioux Falls with a 1-0 lead here against the Stars. It's Lincoln in its own zone. Pedersen trying to clear the line. Wilmot slaps it right back in, missed the cage. Caden Harrington for the Stars behind his own net. One of a lot of big players on this team trying to get off of a goal-scoring drought. Harrington, Jack Picard, a couple of guys who've been snake-bitten as of late. Nick Young gains the blue line with a pass left wing side. Wants it back. The return feed from Markonitis, a little bit too strong. Stampede breakout. Stretch pass from Ingles near side. Baker trying to get a step on the fence. Good work by Schlane on the back check. Forces it away from the cage. Kohansky off the wall. Could not trigger that pass north for Young. Here comes Montero behind the defense with an opening to the backhand, and he scores. J.J. Montero, a steal from the near wall, cuts the net and scores to make this a 2-0 Sioux Falls lead. It's an exceptional play by Montero, a guy who has split the season between Sioux Falls and Waterloo. Stampede have made some trades, and it's really paid off for them here. John McNeilis was a guy who'd had some pretty good numbers with them, traded away. Montero, a significant player who was brought in, and he picks up the big tally there. Montero doubles up the lead, his 10th of the season, to make this a 2-0 Sioux Falls lead. Montero acquired from Waterloo January 17th. Picks up his first goal in 8 games against Lincoln this season. A goal and 5 assists now in that time. 2-0 Sioux Falls, 12:36 and ticking to go in the first period. Here comes Dashiell Oliver off of the far wall. Could not advance it around the defense. Worked out near side. On the near side, Vlasov tries to poke it around behind the net. He did as the Stars break it out. Weber sidesteps Vlasov. He's got an opening over the blue line. Ethan Weber backhands toward the cage, but sticked aside by Waylon Esch. Kohansky on the forecheck. Too many white sweaters around him. Could not steal the puck away. Back in the neutral zone, the Stars will begin the rush north. Pelletier to Lassard, chipped in around to the far corner. Pakar backhands and underneath, but right to the stick of Aiden Merrick. Breaks out on the near side, stolen away by Lincoln. Egan to the front of the net. He had a man. It was Picard. Redirect goes a little bit high. Looks like a stick interfered with that as well. Hendricks tries a shot from the left point. Blocked right back to him. Keeps it onside. Dishes over to Pelletier. His one-timer from the right circle misses the net. Dished around by Hendricks to the near side. Turning and shooting. It's Egan. Big save by Esch. Rebound collected by Pelletier. Right point for Etienne Lassard. Walks left. Gliding. Lassard bobbles the pocket. It goes back to the neutral zone. Hendricks will wire it around the boards. Lassard, the first one in near corner. Stops, feeds underneath. Wants the puck back. Disrupted along the wall. Pelletier eventually muscles it free to him. At the right point. Rister denied. Save made. It's Egan on the rebound. That one also blocked away. Hendricks to the left point. Back to the left side. On the wall, Pelletier. Dishes down low. Picard continues to rush for Lincoln. Picard slipping up at the goal line, trying to hang on to the puck. Poked away from him to the near side. Lassard jumps up, applies the body, pushing the puck away from Marconi, back underneath the goal line. Stars are now trying to change out their forward unit and continue the zone rush. As Picard making his way to the bench to complete the line change. Meanwhile, Loomer on the wraparound, stuff to the far post. Wilmot possesses the puck and now begins the breakout. Sioux Falls still not quite out of the zone. DeJulian chopped it ahead, but on the second attempt, it's pushed back behind him and into the neutral zone. Lincoln will try to regain the line here. That was a great shift, but nothing to show for it. Solomon tries a wrister from the far wall. Save made by Prowse. We get a whistle right as Prowse was getting rid of it. And that will send us to immediate timeout. 2-0 Sioux Falls with 10:17 to go in the first period. We'll be back with more in 60 seconds from the Icebox on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Hey Stars fans, I'm Ford Jack Picard. Join us for Billet Appreciation Night on Saturday, March 29th, when we take on the Des Moines Buccaneers at 6:05 p.m. Our billets make each season possible by opening up their homes to players like me each season. We'll be honoring them before the game on the ice with us as a small token of our appreciation. Purchase your tickets now by heading to LincolnStars.com.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
Well, if you've been listening to Stars games the last few seasons, you know we love statistics and trends. And now it's become an unfortunate trend for the Stars the last 3 games that they have given up the game's first goal. 3 games in a row after Sioux Falls strikes twice here in the first period. It's 2-0 with 10:17 to go in the first period. Now, prior to this past Monday when Lincoln lost against Fargo, the Stars had gone 10 consecutive games scoring first. The last time that they did not score first, February 15th against the Sioux Falls Stampede on the road. 3 of the last 4 games between the Stars and the Stampede, Sioux Falls has scored first. And they have won 2 of the previous 3 as well. Won last night 4-2. Back on February 15th, they defeated the Stars 7-3 in their building to end Lincoln's season-best 12-game winning streak, the second longest winning streak in franchise history. They've got the advantage 7-6 in terms of shots on goal here to open up this game. Schlein wires this one in off of the glass. Set up off of the boards by Kohanski to the front of the net. No one there. Left point. Brown tries a shot. Booted away. And flushed down to the zone. Solomon near boards, backhands just behind the cage. As Oliver goes down, got a whack from Ingalls and a penalty coming up. As Brown goes over and engages with Ingalls, they'll push and shove. Harrington jumps in. Brown has removed the gloves and he's hammering away rights at Ingalls. Griffin Brown taking exception to Dashiell Oliver getting tripped up by Bryce Ingalls. Ingalls and Oliver were tangled up in front of the Stars net. Ingalls went down to his knees, and as he was down, gave Oliver a chop. And Griffin Brown went over to defend his teammate and rushes over to the locker room after the 5-minute major for fighting and 10-minute misconduct. Well, the Stars are looking for some energy, and they might have gotten it there with Griffin Brown dropping the gloves defending Dashiell Oliver. Brown is a guy this season who has understood that role. He has, when he's been in the lineup, he has regularly been the extra defenseman. And long known is the adage in hockey that if you're not getting the ice time you want, a good way to endear yourself is to try to drop the gloves and defend your teammates when those situations require you to do so. He and Michael Sandrick have certainly understood that this season. And in a big spot, Brown decides to step up as he defends Oliver. I give credit to him. There's not a lot of guys on this Stars team who've been willing to drop the gloves this season. We saw Darian Anderson do it last night. Anderson has been in and out of the lineup. He understood that last night was a good opportunity to prove himself. But the thing is, when you have teams where not a lot of your regular players are going to fight, and again, there's good reasons why they don't always need to, but when that is the case, if you're a role player, you know that that's something you're going to be asked to do. So stick taps there for Griffin Brown. He heads to the locker room. Bryce Ingles off as well for Sioux Falls. And right now the officials are reviewing the previous play. Initially, a penalty was called when we saw Dashiell Oliver go down. But tonight's referees, William Frazier and Kevin McManus, want to take a further look as we await to see what their decision will be. It looked like it was going to be simply a Lincoln power play, but perhaps that might be changing. We'll await the outcome of this review. Looks like they're just wrapping it up. William Frazier and Kevin McManus, the referees. Linesmen tonight are Aaron Mostrom and Jacob Rosenberg. Culligan of Lincoln area is locally owned and operated and has no plans to change that anytime soon. We understand the challenges of our region's water and have a deep passion for providing high-quality water to our neighbors. At Culligan of Lincoln area, we go to great lengths to test your water, inspect your plumbing, and ask questions about your family's water needs. The officials are both out of the box. One of them right now chatting with Oliver of the Stars. And the other one has gone over toward the benches. We wait to see what is to happen. J.J. Montero went over to await the decision as well, along with Dashiell Oliver. Lincoln is without its captain, Matthew Malte, tonight. He was injured, and he is dealing with an upper body injury after last night's game. Collision between him and Logan Rinkowski at the Lincoln blue line. Well, there is going to be a penalty assessed to the Stars here. I assume it's going on Griffin Brown because Will Corton is going over to serve the minor. So the tripping minor is called on Bryce Ingles. And Griffin Brown is given a 2-minute minor for holding. As mentioned, Will Corton serving the penalty right now. So a face-off coming up in the Lincoln defensive zone. We are just going to play 5-on-5 here. So no power play. It's controlled by the Stampede. Norberg from straightaway tries a shot, but punched away by William Prowse. To the near wall, gobbled up. It's McGraw trying a shot off the side of the board. Rombach broke his stick in front of the net. He is without one right now, giving chase behind the cage. Wired up toward the near side, but pushed away from Shaw Lee. Agent at center ice lost his footing as it was poked around him by Norberg. Now here come the Stampede with numbers. Through passes blocked on the way through. McGraw with a second chance. Backhands it, but it's poked away to the far wall. Shaw Lee to the point. Norberg tries a shot. Deflects toward the near wall. Ernest collects behind the cage. Tries to wrap it around. Varcani on the near wall to Ernest. His shot flutters just wide of the near post. Gennady Shawley behind the cage. He'll wrap it around, dishes up to the left point. Nordberg flings toward the cage. Goes just wide. McGraw sets it up for Ernest. Backhander denied. Late reaction there from Prowse because of how many bodies there were in front. Now another shot from the far side, pushed away by Prowse. Great sequence of events here for Sioux Falls. Knocking on the door, trying to take a 3-0 lead. Now McGraw walking in front, trying to stuff it home, but was poke checked. Pelletier lobs it up to center ice. Lincoln gets a much-needed clear and is able to begin changing out players. Joseph McGraw into the shift, tries a shot. Blocked sky high up into the mesh and out of play. 8:24 to go in the first period. It's 2-0 Stampede. We'll be back with more in 60 seconds on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Stocking all the top brands, including Can-Am, Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, Manitow pontoon boats, and Triton trailers. Come check out Nebraska's newest Indian motorcycle dealership, plus score big on their massive selection of side-by-sides, all-terrain vehicles, motorcycles, and power watercraft. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has it all under one roof at their new 27th and I-80 location, and they can't wait to get you set up for the summer.
Lincoln Stars 2025 Clark Cup playoff shirts are now available for pre-order. Head to Face Off Sports in the Icebox at the next Stars home game or get yours online by heading to LincolnStars.com and clicking on the Stars Shop tab. 7th Star members, your discount on Stars gear can be used, but only by pre-ordering in person. Don't delay. Pre-order ends March 29th.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
Still 2-0 Sioux Falls over Lincoln with 8:24 to go in this first period. Presented by Genesis Health Clubs here at the Icebox. Sioux Falls scoring at the 6:06 mark of the first, and then the 7:10 mark. Brent Solomon and J.J. Montero, respectively, giving the visitors the lead. And they have been peppering Stars netminder William Prowse, leading in shots on goal 11-6. Did have a fight for Lincoln shortly before that last sequence of events. Griffin Brown dropped the gloves with Bryce Ingles. Both of them in the locker room. They'll return in the second period. Getting 5-minute majors for fighting as well as the 10-minute misconducts. Here's Kohanski trying to set it up in front of the net for Dashiell Oliver. Could not get it over toward him. Well, at some point for the Stars here, what's felt like an eternity for their goal-scoring troubles, they've got to find a way to get out of this funk. You look at their last two games, entering tonight, they had scored a combined 4 goals. Consider last Saturday a 6-goal effort from Lincoln. That had kind of been the norm for quite a while. But as of late, these last couple of games, including so far here tonight, scoring has been a problem. Gennady Shawley on the far wing lost his footing against the wall, defended by Hendricks. Nate Pedersen works north for Lincoln to the near side. Sandrick chops it toward the neutral zone. Pedersen forwards ahead. Markonitis gains the line. Right wing dot. Tries a wrister. Save made. Rebound whacked at. Esch is able to poke it away. Pedersen was right there on the doorstep looking for his first USHL goal. Pedersen near wall. Backhands deep. Trying to find Sandrick. He'll connect near corner. Dishes over toward Markonitis. His shot blocked to the near wall. To the left point. Tanner Hendricks, the St. Cloud State commit, uses the wall to play it to himself. Turns and fires to the net, but it's blocked in between the circles. Here come the Stampede on the rush. They pass dumped in by Ritter Coombs near side. Solomon loses his footing, tangled up with Tanner Hendricks. Markonitis at center ice has a step, but meanwhile a whistle as we've got a collision far side, and now Michael Sandrick's going to drop the gloves, swinging away at Philip Nordberg. Nordberg's helmet is off. Sandrick continuing to whack away with a couple of rights. He's trying to regain his footing as Nordberg hammers a right in there. Sandrick with his left arm around the neck of Nordberg, pushing him down. His jersey's starting to be pulled up. It's over his head, and Sandrick brings him down, gets another right into the last moment for good measure, and finishes the scrap. Meanwhile, Joseph McGraw is tangled up with a Star on the far side as Sandrick electrifies the crowd heading back to the locker room. Caden Harrington and Joseph McGraw are separated as the officials jump over there and keep them apart. Second fight of the period for the two teams. Again, if you thought that two teams who had already clinched a playoff spot would be putting it in cruise control, you'd be gravely mistaken with what this game has had in store. There is a lot on the line for these two who are both trying to lock up home ice advantage in the second round of the playoffs at the very least, and a first-round bye. Lincoln, the top record in the USHL, as well as the top of the West. Sioux Falls is second in the Western Conference. Well, how about this? Caden Harrington and Joseph McGraw are both going to be sent back to their locker rooms. They never quite dropped the gloves. They're yelling at each other from the respective corners and will now depart from the ice box toward the locker rooms. So a mess of penalties to sort out here. A 2-0 lead for Sioux Falls. .6:41 to go in the first period. Stars are waiting to see what the official ruling of these penalties will be. Michael Sandrick and Griffin Brown have dropped the gloves in the period. They're in the locker room. Caden Harrington heading over as well. Sandrick dropping them with Philip Nordberg a moment ago after a big collision at center ice. Sandrick had the jersey of Nordberg over his head. I'm not sure if it was him who delivered the hit at center ice, but we'll have to wait to see what is to come. The officials chat about everything. Now they want to review that hit collision at center ice as well. So with another review, we're going to take a quick 60-second break, and we'll be back with more in a moment. It's 2-0. Sioux Falls with a lead over Lincoln. This is the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
All sorts of dramatics here in this first period with the Stars trailing the Sioux Falls Stampede 2-0. We've had two different fights already. So Griffin Brown dropping the gloves with Bryce Ingles earlier. A moment ago, Michael Sandrick removed his gloves to fight Philip Nordberg. We wait to see what penalties are going to become. There was a big collision at center ice. I think it was delivered by Sandrick because Nordberg certainly skated over pretty quickly to him afterwards. And we are waiting to see if there might be a major penalty potentially delivered. I didn't see which player it was. Someone was down in pain for Sioux Falls at center ice. No one had to go to the locker room for the Stampede besides the little bit of chatter right after the whistle. Caden Harrington getting into it. Not quite dropping the gloves, but he went to the locker room as well. So 3 different Stars and 3 different Stampede are in the locker room. 2-0 Sioux Falls, scoring 2 goals not too far apart, 1 minute and 4 seconds apart. Brent Solomon at the 6:06 mark, and then J.J. Montero at the 7:10 mark. As we await this review, let's take a peek at some of the other scores around the USHL here tonight. From Muskegon, the Muskegon Lumberjacks with a 4-1 lead over the Green Bay Gamblers. In Plymouth, Team USA leads Chicago 1-0 after one period. 2:12 to go in the first period. It's Youngstown 1, Tri-City nothing. Sioux City has a 2-1 lead at Fargo. Under 2 minutes to go from Shields Arena in the opening 20. And still to come here tonight, Dubuque hosts Madison, and Cedar Rapids will entertain Waterloo. Now, Kevin McManus and William Frazier, tonight's officials, back onto the ice. Frazier giving the explanation to Sioux Falls' captain, Austin Baker, and Lincoln alternate Dashiell Oliver. There are 2 different players on the active roster for Sioux Falls wearing the C. Brock James also has the C on his sweater, but he has not played in a game in quite some time. James has not been in a game for Sioux Falls since October 26th. To open the season, though, as their captain. And now both benches being explained what went on. Rocky Russo over to chat with William Frazier. Penalties being announced now. So interference will be called on Michael Sandrick in addition to his fight. So Michael Sandrick gets a couple different game misconducts for removal of helmet. So he must have removed both his own helmet and Philip Norberg's. So a lot of penalties being assessed there to the Stars. So I would imagine that this is going to be a power play for the Stampede. The Stars exactly aren't preparing for that. They've only got the 4 skaters on the ice. Bruno Egan is going over to serve the minor. So as mentioned, Michael Sandrick receiving 2 different game misconducts for removals of helmet. I didn't quite see him getting his own helmet off, but we'll have to double check the footage on that fight in a moment. Either way, Sioux Falls is heading onto a 2-minute power play now. So Sandrick is done for the game. Harrington picking up the unsportsmanlike conduct minor. He will be able to return. But it will be a little bit here for the Stars without some role players, to say the least here. They're also missing Griffin Brown, who fought earlier. Frazier skating over to Rosenberg, getting ready to drop the puck on the near circle. 2-0 Stampede battle the top 2 teams in the Western Conference as Lincoln dropped last night's game 4-2 and trails here tonight 2-0. Officials are back over at the Lincoln bench again, chatting with Rocky Russo. 4th year at the helm for the Stars. Lincoln has made the playoffs each of these previous 4 seasons. Lincoln will open up the PK with Alex Pelletier and Jack Picard as the forwards. Jacob Rombach and Ethan Weber on defense. Here we go, ready to get back underway. Wilmot against Picard in the dot. Rosenberg drops it, and it's controlled by the Stampede. Shaw Lee wrists it just wide of the far post, scooped up on the far wall. Solomon to the point. Shaw Lee dishes far wall. Cross ice. Solomon holds, fires, save made down low as Prowse secures it 5-hole. 6:29 left to the first period. And 1:48 to go on this power play. Give you that full breakdown of the penalties in just a moment. On the faceoff, it's again controlled by the Stampede. Shaw Lee begins to walk the line, tries a high shot. It was blocked right in front. Prowse didn't know where it was. Tucked just wide of the near post. Up against the wall, a tie-up near corner. Stars content to kill time right now. 4 different Stampede skaters are in the fray. Stars have 3 men there. Pelletier's on the outside, pokes toward Wilmot. And Ben Wilmot brings it back to the left point. Up to the right point. Sean Lee, left side. Solomon, one touch over to Wilmot. Uses the wall. Trying to stretch around Pelletier. Coughs up the puck. And Picard, backhand shovels it down the ice. Minute 7 to go on this power play for Sioux Falls. Sean Lee, right side. Gaining the line. It's dumped around by Vlasov. Wants it back. Works toward Ernest. Back to Vlasov. It's poked away from him near wall off the stick of Ethan Weber of the Stars. Varcondi's pass missing its target, and Vlasov cleared out of the zone by Jacob Brombach. Well, pushing and shoving him and J.J. Montero. Well, the way this first period has been in terms of intensity, any sort of pushing and shoving, going to take a second look as here's a quick one-timer. Ernest over to the far side, blasted home by Varcondi. And Sioux Falls takes a 3-0 lead. Reed Varcondi with a power play goal as he picks up right where he left off yesterday. Had a goal and 3 assists in last night's game, figured into all 4 of Sioux Falls' goals. Varcondi now 2 goals and 7 assists in 5 games against Lincoln this season. So a power play goal for the Stampede on their first power play of the night. Reed Varcondi picks up the goal. And the Stampede now lead the Stars 3-0. Stars have tried to change the momentum with a couple of scraps of this period, and it just hasn't happened. Oliver into the corner looking for Kohanski. Schlane joins him. Lines have already been jumbled up a little bit for Lincoln. See if maybe that changes again here. In the near corner, the time continues. It's Oliver and Schlane in the midst of it. Oliver skating free for a moment with the puck. Rybakov bodied up against the wall. Chip to Kohanski. Right side, Lassard looking for Schlane, trying to go skate to stick. He could not make the transfer. And the Stampede shuffle it ahead. Breakout pass toward Welsh. Bobbled for a moment. Good pressure from Hendricks. Collected beneath the goal line. Lassard up to the right point, not quite out. Shaw Lee with a shot. Blocked as it changes direction away from the cage. Hendricks, near side. Kohanski turns up toward the red line. Now it's poked away from it by Oliver. Dash Oliver backhands it over toward the net. And Waylon Esch will cover up with 4:07 to go here in the first period. Lincoln being outshot 14-8. Faceoff will come to the left of Waylon Esch. Last night's game, he stopped 27 of 29 shots. Gio DeJulian's line draws in. He's with Lane Loomer and Aiden Jans here tonight. Now behind his own net, Ethan Weber works to the near side after the Stars could not win the offensive zone draw. DeJulian trying to break out on the far end. Absorbs the contact, but finds Loomer. Bounced off with the glass up high. Glove down. Stampede not quite able to clear the zone. Puck pinballs a few times in front of the blue line. Solomon pushing against Loomer as the tie-up on the wall continues. Now broken out near side. Ernest flips ahead. Chipped it off of the wall by Varcondi into the corner. He scored the most recent goal for the Stampede, who lead 3-0. With 3:23 to go here in the first period. Here comes Sioux Falls. Spihar got around Pedersen, not past Markinitis. He uses the wall to find Nate Pedersen. Cross ice, Rombach off the wall, delays, tries a shot, but misses the cage. Rebound back into the neutral zone. Hendricks in front of his own net. Far side, Rombach looks over the blue line. Off of the near side glass. To the far wall. Markinitis looks in front. Turning shot from Corton. Misses the net. So Corton making his USHL debut here tonight. His second shift right now. As the puck at center ice. Wires it in far side. Markinitis had to touch back up. Esch leaves it behind the net. Flip far side. Up toward the blue line. Glove down by Vlasov to himself. Possessed by Pedersen. Turning. Trying to work deep. spinning out in the far circle and a collision. Down goes Anthony Bongo. Puck comes back in his direction. Off a feed from Vlasov. Bongo rolls it in toward Prowse. He'll stick to the far corner. It's Rombach up the wall. Hendricks trying to go north to Markinitis. Pried away from him in the direction of Rombach behind the cage. Here's Tanner Hendricks. Near side of the ice. Up and off the stick of Egan. Not away from the Lincoln bench, but looks like it will be an offside called as Wilmot was trying to get back to the blue line but touched up. Now, meanwhile, Markinitis and Ritter Coombs are going to be heading off to the box. Coombs had a bear hug around Markinitis around his shoulders. Apparently, Markinitis is going to be safe of a penalty. I thought they were signaling for both of them to go, but it looks like it's just going to be Ritter Coombs heading to the sin bin. Not sure what led to that happening, but Markinitis able to draw the penalty, evidently. Looked for a moment like William Frazier was pointing that both players were going to go, but instead it's just Ritter Coombs heading to the box. And now Lincoln gets its first power play of the game. Stars entering tonight's game at 28.3% on the power play, second best of the USHL. They were 1 for 3 last night to snap an 0 for 14 funk, including starting the game 0 for 2. Cannot win the draw. And look at these changes to the power play. Rocky Russo wouldn't confirm nor deny prior to the game that there would be changes. And here they are. Hendricks, Young, Egan, Loomer, and Picard. Especially from that defenseman spot, quite the different look for Lincoln. They're able to hold the line on a clearing attempt by Esch. Hendricks, right side for Young. He scored a power play goal on his birthday last night. Picard back to the blue line. Looks for Young. Pumped by Picard. Far side. Hendricks with a one-timer. He missed the cage. Sioux Falls' penalty kill, 82.4%. That's third best in the USHL. Here comes Jack Picard. Inside the right wing circle. Surveys. Now up against the wall. Backhand pass to Young. Hendricks, a little trouble, bobbling it. Kicked it back toward the near wall, keeping the puck on side. Backdoor play. Egan with a shot. Denied. Esch with a big save. Al Picard tumbles out in a collision with Shaw far side. There's under a minute to go on both the power play and the period. Long first period as Spihar goes down in pain. And that is going to wash out the remainder of this Lincoln power play. You can see the frustration there as Jack Picard slammed his stick down just inside the blue line. Spihar high sticked. And with 49 seconds left on the Lincoln power play, we'll play a little 4-on-4 hockey. Looks like Bruno Egan is going to be heading to the box. He's pleading his case right now. It's going to be a high-sticking double minor and a extended power play opportunity for Sioux Falls. When it rains, it pours for the Stars, and that's where we're at here tonight. 3-0 with 47.1 seconds to go here in the first period. We've got 49 seconds of 4-on-4 time. The majority of the opening 3 minutes of the second period are going to be Sioux Falls on the power play. Unless, of course, something comes here late in the frame. Tie it behind the Lincoln net. Weber against the wall, trying to separate from Varcani. Gets the puck over far corner for Oliver. Pump back behind the cage near side. Now a bear hug for Lassard around Shaw Lee. Not sure what he was trying to go for there. Just trying to keep him away from the puck. He can't quite. Varcani, far side. Rybakov, low shot, booted away by Prowse. Rebound between the circles. Brought behind the line by Schlein. Not quite cleared out. Rybakov near side, Varcani. He scored already tonight. Second straight day with a goal. Shaw Lee looking for another tally. 12 on the season. Through the legs, right in front of the net of Ernest. Weber goes the other way. 2 seconds. 1. He gains the line. Tries a shot, but misses the net far post side. period to forget for the Stars, trailing 3-0 after 20 minutes of play. Our first period was presented by Genesis Health Clubs, and a lot of work to do for Lincoln here tonight. 3:13 remaining on the double minor on Bruno Egan. 2 seconds left on the penalty on Ritter Coombs. And it's going to need to be a major change of focus for the Stars in the second period. Coombs went for cross-checking. Egan mentioned the high-sticking double minor, negating the remaining 49 seconds of that power play. And we'll see what the Stars do as they head to the locker room, looking to switch the momentum up, but trailing 3-0 after 20 minutes. We'll take a break and be back with our first intermission report being presented by Crayon Campus. And we'll take a look around the USHL scoreboard as well as recap the first period, whether you want to hear it or not. I wouldn't blame you. It's a forgettable frame there, but we'll see. Still a lot of hockey to go here tonight, and the Stars will try to reset here over the final 40 minutes. Back with more in a little bit. Stay tuned here on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards just south of 48th and Holdridge.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Bryant at 402-467-1111 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-1111.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead. Sleep in. You deserve it. And choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK. Make flying easy.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks. Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Right now, when you drive by Honda of Lincoln, you'll see more than 200 new Hondas and over 125 pre-owned vehicles. Hi, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, how does it feel to have so many vehicles in stock again for your customers?
Charlie, it feels amazing to see how excited our customers are. They love the ability to see, test drive, and take immediate delivery of the exact new Honda they're looking for.
Do you have some good offers to talk about?
We sure do, Charlie. We're offering financing as low as 0.9% APR up to 72 months or great lease rates on every new Honda. It's the perfect time to drive away in the new Honda you've been dreaming of.
How about pre-owned, Andy?
We have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Just about every make and model with prices starting at under $10,000.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
All right, welcome back in. Harrison Arns, 93.7 Ticket Studio. About to be underway here. We'll throw it to Joel Norman for the first intermission report shortly. But in the meantime, we'll give you some updates on the USHL and some of the other games going on throughout tonight's game on March 22nd. At the end of the second period, you do have the Green Bay Gamblers leading the Muskegon Lumberjacks, down to the Lumberjacks 2-5 in that one. Second period just started between the Chicago Steel and USA Hockey Development Team. USA team leading that one 1-0. Tied up at the end of the first period between the Youngstown Phantoms and the Tri-City Storm at 1 each. Fargo forced down to the Sioux City Musketeers 2-1 with about 18 and a half left to go in the second period. And then, of course, listing this game right here, Lincoln Stars down 2-3 to the Sioux Falls Stampede at the end of the first period. Later tonight, we still have the Waterloo Blackhawks versus Cedar Rapids Rough Riders and the Madison Capitals and the Dubuque Fighting Saints. Do those two games later tonight yet and should be starting off here pretty shortly. And some college hoops news as well. We do have Texas Tech leading Drake 68-58 with about 3 minutes left to go at the end of the second half. And then at halftime, Auburn, number 1 seed Auburn, down to number 9 Creighton by 2, 35-37. And then upset alert as the just game wrapped up, a minor upset. But number 5 Michigan holds off, beats Texas A&M 91-78. And the real shocker, probably the biggest bracket buster of the day so far, Arkansas defeats number 2 St. John 75-66. With that being said, we'll throw it to break one more time. On the other side of things, you'll be joined by Joel Norman from the Icebox for the first intermission report.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
Be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
20 minutes are in the books for tonight's Lincoln Stars game. It's time to recap the action so far with our first intermission report, presented by Cram Campus.
Well, not exactly the start that the Lincoln Stars wanted to begin tonight's game as they trailed 3-0 after 20 minutes of play. I'm Joel Norman, back with you here on Flow Hockey at 93.7 The Ticket. The Stars behind the 8 ball after the tally at the 6:06 mark of the period. Second straight day, Brent Solomon did the scoring. Yesterday, it was at about the 5:30 mark of the first period. Tonight, not long after, 6:06 in, his second in as many days and second of the season. J.J. Montero would double up the lead just a minute and 4 seconds later with his 10th goal of the campaign. And then Reed Varconi also scored for a second straight day, the 14:48 mark, 15th of the season for him. That was a power play tally, a nice one-timer off a nice cross-ice feed from Noah Ernest. That made it 3-0 Sioux Falls. The real story of the first period, if you're among the fans here and looking for something to cheer for, 2 fights in the frame, and the Stars have already surpassed their season high for penalty minutes in a single game. 70 penalty minutes in the first period for Lincoln. Their previous high this season before tonight, 66 penalty minutes over a 60-minute game, December 14th. Against Tri-City. But tonight, already at 70, and I would imagine certainly more to come. Big scraps of the period. Bryce Ingles and Griffin Brown both dropping the gloves. Ingles was also whistled for tripping, Brown for holding, so they both went off, and that was 17 minutes of penalties accrued by each of them. Joseph McGraw and Caden Harrington had a little bit of an exchange in the second period as well. They both received roughing and unsportsmanlike conduct majors, I should say, as well. So 12 minutes of penalties for them. And continued from there. Lots of other penalties for both teams. Michael Sandrick for a scrap that he had in the game, dropping the gloves, actually with Philip Norberg as well. And both of them received 5 and 10 for fighting and 10-minute misconducts. However, that would be much more to come there for Sandrick. Interference as well, 2-minute minor for that on a collision shortly before the fight, and 2 different game misconducts, removing his own helmet and removing an opponent's helmet. And then for good measure, a couple more penalties late in the period. Ritter Crooms got a cross-checking minor at the 18:04 mark, but the Stars power play negated by a high-sticking double minor on Bruno Egypt. 2 seconds left on the Coombs minor to open up the second period, and there's 3:13 remaining on Egan's high-sticking double minor. Not what they wanted to see. The Stars have their work cut out for them, and they'll spend the majority of the opening 3 minutes of the second period on the penalty kill. Other scores around the USHL tonight. Muskegon, a 5-2 lead over Green Bay with 18 minutes to go in the third period. Midway through the second, it's 1-0 Team USA over Chicago. 1-1 between Tri-City and Youngstown. Sioux City up 2-1 over Fargo. 7 minutes gone in the second. Start of the first period between Dubuque and Madison. No score yet there. No score either between Cedar Rapids and Waterloo. Well, that does it for our first intermission report presented by Crayon Campus. We'll take a break and be back with more. The second period is right around the corner. This is the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Are you facing a legal problem and don't know where to turn? You need trial attorneys you can trust. Liberty Law Group's experienced trial attorneys will handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Whether you have been accused of a crime, injured in an accident, or threatened with a lawsuit, you can trust that Liberty Law will be there for you. Call for a free consultation and find out how Liberty Law can protect your rights and interests. That's 877-42-LIBERTY, 877-42-LIBERTY, or visit libertylawnebraska.com. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Husker fans, the message is clear. Nebraska softball is here to dominate. They're off to a hot start, and they're bringing that energy into Big Ten play. On Friday, March 21st, Minnesota comes to Lincoln for a weekend series in Bowling, and they need Husker Nation in the stands. Don't miss your chance to be part of the action as they begin conference play. Get details and tickets at huskers.com/tickets.
Hey, bestie. Whoa, how'd you snag that awesome set of wheels? I'm in the market for a new car, too. My friends at Members Own Credit Union. You're always in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances at Members Own. Always in the driver's seat, huh? Yep. They set you up with a loan that makes sense for your budget with great rates and top-notch customer service to boot. Looks like we're going to need to make a pit stop. Let's go. I'll drive. Hit the road to financial success and explore auto loan options with your best financial friend, Members Own Credit Union. For details, go to membersowncu.org/drive. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
Here we go, getting ready to start the second period between the Lincoln Stars and the Sioux Falls Stampede. Not the start the Stars wanted, but still 40 minutes to go in this one as they trail 3-0 after the first period. Getting ready to open up the second. It's being brought to you by Juiced Up, and the Stars look for a response here in this frame. Plenty of penalties in the opening 20 minutes. We mentioned Lincoln's 70 penalty minutes in that opening period. It's most in any game this season. We've still got 2 periods to go. So who the heck knows what else this one has in store. 2 different fights in the period. Michael Sandrick is out of this game after a couple of game misconducts for removing his own helmet as well as his opponent. That was Philip Norberg's helmet. Besides that, no one else has been tossed from the game. But I would imagine the officials, if they see things starting to tighten at all, will start to do exactly that. So here we go, ready to open up period number 2 as the Stars will attack right to left here in this frame and hope to switch things up just a bit as we open up the frame. And trailing 3-0. Tallies from Brent Solomon at the 6:06 mark, J.J. Montero at the 7:10 mark, and Reed Varcani at the 14:48 mark. Here we go, back underway as the faceoff won back in toward the Sioux Falls end, and immediately they jump onto the power play. 3 minutes of 5-on-4 advantage. Here's Varcani gaining the line, dished over near side. Backdoor opportunity denied. Nice glove save by William Prowse. Alexei Vlasov, the Yukon commit, sneaking in and trying to score. 2:53 to go on the Egan double minor. He was whistled at the 19:13 mark of the first period. Now the faceoff to the right of the Stars net. Jan Shostak coming on here to open up period number 2. As William Prowse is pulled, he's on the bench right now near side. Shostak got the start last night and is called upon here for the Stars to try and help them claw back. As a shot from the point, blocked away, up into the mesh, out of play from Noah Ernest. One thing at a time for the Stars right now. The focus here is to try and kill off this penalty and then see what they can do. Shortly after that. On to the trying to just come back one goal at a time. Trailing by 3 right now. .238 to go on the power play for Sioux Falls. They have scored once already on the man advantage tonight. A tally back at the 14:48 mark. See what the Stars could do here on the PK. They have had a few shorthanded goals this season. Lincoln entering tonight's game with 5 on the campaign, tied for 7th most of the USHL. J.J. Montero, half wall, far boards. Chipped over toward Vlasov. He'll backhand to the corner, right to the point. Called. Left side for Ernest, back to Called. He's straight away. Now Called, edge of the faceoff circle on the far side. Pumps underneath. Vlasov up top. D-to-D. One-timer denied by Shostak on the one-timer from Varcani. To the neutral zone. Slipping up at center ice. Dasha Oliver. Looks like he drew a penalty. And now the Stars will have a brief 7-second power play. But first, a minute 53 of 4-on-4 time. So Eric Called is whistled. He'll head to the box. And the penalty fest continues as now Sioux Falls is up to 48 penalty minutes here tonight. They do lead 3-0 though. So we'll play a little 4-on-4 hockey. Stars making the change as mentioned with Jan Shostak coming out here in the second period. This is the first time this season that Shostak has come on in relief. As this puck is blocked out of play near side and into the corner. Face off again to the left of Waylon Esch. He has stopped all 9 shots that he has faced so far. Esch stopped 27 of 29 last night. 24 saves on Tuesday in a game against the Waterloo Blackhawks. Sioux Falls bouncing back from that shootout loss Tuesday to win last night. They lead this one in commanding fashion as Hendricks' one-timer missed the cage. Now gliding back in his own zone, trumps it off to Nick Young. Young scored his 5th goal of the season on the power play last night. He has been on the power play both times Lincoln has had an opportunity here tonight. 4-on-4 right now, though. It's Daniel Schlain over the line. Backhanded into the zone. Beneath the goal line, Schlain chips it free toward Young in the corner. Young skates back beneath the goal line, body to the wall. Puck loose at the base of his feet. Found by DeJulian. Sends it up in front. Schlain on the shot, blocked away. Rolls toward the near corner. Baker for Rybakov. They'll begin to exit the zone. Stretch pass near side, off the stick of Bongo. Flies in behind the Lincoln net. No, Bongo did not touch it up. So that will be icing on the Stampede. So face off back into the Stars. Breaking apart the Stampede defensive zone now. Reminder that Lincoln Stars 2025 Clark Cup playoff shirts are now available for pre-order. You can do so at the next Stars home game at Face Off Sports, or do it right now by heading on to LincolnStars.com. Click on the Stars Shop tab. Pre-order ends on March 29th. That is a week from today. So don't delay. Pre-order your Lincoln Stars 2025 Clark Cup playoff shirt now. Here comes Ben Wilmot over the line. His shot blocked and just barely hits off of the mesh behind Jan Shostak. Entering tonight's game in relief, he is 25-11-1 this season, 244 goals against average, and a .910 save percentage. William Prowse surrendering the 3 goals on 15 shots in the first period. As mentioned, the first time that he has been pulled this season. It's been one of those weird stretches for the Stars. This one far from over. They're going to have to exercise some recent demons this week as a poke check from Shostak. Stick gets whacked away. Might we see another penalty called here in a moment? A whistle from just in front of the net. Jack Bakar is heading over toward the Lincoln penalty box. So with this penalty on Lincoln, we're going to have 4-on-3 hockey for 27 seconds at the end of the Bruno Egan minor. 7 seconds of 4-on-4 time after that. And then a minute 26 of a 5-on-4 power play for Sioux Falls. So if you can wrap your head around that. Point is, Stars have a couple guys in the box. It's going to be 4-on-3 for 27 more seconds. We'll go from there afterwards. Pelletier pushes the puck toward the corner. Weber will launch it down ice toward Waylon Esch. Pushes the puck over toward Shaw Lee. Now carried up. Right wing side. Montero gains the line. To the point. Shaw Lee. D to D left side. Ernest back to the right side. One touch up top. Shaw Lee. Hammer time. Big save by Shostak. Looked like the puck might have been potentially coming loose. The Stars able to secure it behind Shostak. 3 seconds left on the Egan minor before he is free. And another face-off coming up on the Lincoln defensive zone. Strange first period for the Stars, but it is the second time this season they have trailed 3-0 after the first against Sioux Falls. Also happened on February 15th. Here comes Shaw Lee. Trips right, feeds it up top. Ernest back to Shaw Lee as Egan out of the box, heads to the bench. Shot from Shaw Lee is blocked, found by Markinitis near side. Now we go to a 5-on-4 power play for Sioux Falls. 3 goals in the first period for the Stampede. Lincoln opponents have now scored 41 goals in the first period this season. Stars have scored 90, so still a healthy advantage, but a strange predicament these last couple of days. Puck is chopped away from the Lincoln end. It's Young flinging down the ice. Beg your pardon, the Stars are still sitting at 89 goals in the first period. They did not score in the first period yesterday. I was thinking about Monday's game. So they've been outscored in the first period over their last 3 games by a 5-1 margin. Last 2 days, 4-0. DeJulian slaps this puck out of the zone after a pad save by Shostak. 32 seconds remaining on the power play for Sioux Falls. Here comes Anthony Bongo. Played for Shattuck St. Mary's 16U AAA last year. To the corner. Baker looks underneath, flings the puck around near side. Spihar slows, dishes back to Bongo at the right point. Down low, walking in front. Baker trying to stuff it home, missed the cage. Solomon around the backside of the net. Baker corrals near corner. 5 seconds left on the power play. Staple to the wall, lost his footing against Young. It's flipped by the Stars out of the zone. Pakar's out of the box, and at center ice, he'll carry it ahead. Lefty Markinitis behind him. Pakar curls on the wall, tries a shot, but he misses the net. Rombach, low shot, save made. Flipped by Solomon to the blue line. Schlane rescues it, keeps it onside. Weber delays, tries a shot. It flutters through the crease just in front of Esch. Here comes Ben Wilmot. Just in front of his own bench, flies it into the Lincoln zone, goes for the change. Back to even strength, nothing to come in that last sequence for either team. Hayden Welsh, slip pass ahead. Coombs flings near side. Merrick will sidearm it in behind the cage. Coombs trying to flex it back to Merrick, disrupted. And over toward the near wall, DeJulian escorts the puck out of the zone. Up to Loomer, batted out of the air by Belisle. Kohanski rushing in, lost his stick in a tangle-up. Allows for Sioux Falls to possess the puck. Belisle heads north for Coombs. In the box already here tonight. Granted, players who've been that way tonight, dime a dozen. 14 minutes to go in the second. 3-0 Sioux Falls, still the score as the tie-up continues against the wall near side. Skating free from the pressure. Stars with the puck. It's Hendricks. Out to center ice. A little too hot to handle for Kohanski. Ball back into the right of Shostak. They'll dish it off of the wall. Loomer collects at the point. Lane Loomer looking north. Flips it shoulder high to Kate Kohanski, rather. A little bit too high for him to possess. And now pushed the other way by Sioux Falls. Shots are 18-10 in favor of the Stampede. Montero scored in the first. Dangling up the middle. Poke check to the last moment. Shoved down to the ice as he comes at the puck. Stars go the other way. Markinitis tries a shot. It's blocked and flutters into the stands. Far side into the second to last row of Section N and out of play. Takes us to immediate timeout with 13:16 to go in the second. The Stars trail in this one 3-0. We'll be back in 60 on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
3-0 Sioux Falls with 13:16 to go in the second here from the Icebox. Joel Norman with you on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network. As a face-off of the offensive zone about to be taken, Nate Pedersen, who's now going to be kicked out, and promptly lefty Markinitis draws in. Talked about Markinitis before this one. He's been red hot. As of late, the Stars offense has not been. Markinitis cannot control this draw as it's worked back the other way. Entering tonight's game, 6 goals over his last 7 games. Markinitis has 18 tallies this season, matching his jersey number. And if he can get 2 more the rest of the way, tonight the 6th to last game of the regular season, then the Stars will have 6 different 20-goal scorers for the first time in their franchise's 29-season history. Right now, they're looking for a goal from anyone to try and get back into this game. It's Harrington tangled up beneath the goal line, loses his footing, and a pressure from Reed Varcani. Skated down the other way. Here he comes, lefty to the right wing side. Corton flips it in beneath the goal line. Markinitis pitchforks it around near side. Possessed by Pedersen up toward the left point. Young trying to kick it north to the top of the circle. And eventually Bongo's able to whack it out. Varcani, near corner. Scored earlier in this game, his second goal in as many days. He has been excellent this season against the Stars. Reed Varcani with a 4-point night last night. He has now picked up 9 points in 6 games against Lincoln. Here's Will Corton on the forecheck, pressured by Solomon. Cannot hang on to the puck. Got a fun tidbit about Corton that we'll get into in a moment. Here on the steal, the Stars with the puck. Ejun just missing the net. Off a feed from Picard. It sails out of the zone. Rombach back at his own end. University of Minnesota commit, trying to stave off the defense. Pelletier joins him to help out. Rombach, the big body, pushes the puck north up to the blue line. Quickly taken back over by Coombs in the Stampede. He'll fly it into the Lincoln zone. Near corner, Rombach, D to Weber. Up ice, here comes Pelletier, joined by Picard. Pelletier delays, looks for Ejun, tries a shot, and it just misses the near post. Bruno's buzzing on this shift, looking to get the Stars on the board. Picard off the far wall to the right point. Weber with a space, tries a low shot, it's kicked away by Esch. Pelletier back to the blue line, rescues the play, carries it far side, but he's poke-checked. Nice steal by Vlasov. He'll skate it out of the zone for Sioux Falls. Off the wall comes toward the right of Showstack. First period of action for him here in stanza number 2. Stampede on the wraparound near side. Vlasov drops it off for Welsh. Aiden Welsh to the right point. Kennedy Shawley trying to get around Ejun. He does. Nice dangle, but poke checked at the last moment. Pelletier pushed it back to the near wall. Flown out toward the neutral zone. Picard back to his blue line. Far side. Rombach just in front of the Lincoln bench. It's chopped down by Shawley. Kennedy Shawley, he's been all over the ice. Tries a wrister from the left circle, but a save by Showstack. And he'll hang on with 10:27 to go in the second. Well, the fun tidbit I promised you, I got a fun text in between periods from a former Stars player, Tanner Ludke. Had that great season 2 years ago with the Stars. He's now at UNO with Omaha. Battled some injuries this year, but Tanner got into plenty of games. Texted me between periods. He said, fun fact, Will Corton is his cousin. Next door neighbors for 15 years in Minnesota. So nice little Lincoln Stars past and present connection right there. Corton making his USHL debut here tonight. He was a Phase 2 12th round selection in the 2024 USHL draft. As the Stampede are offside shortly after we got back underway. 10:17 to go in the frame. Good to hear from Tanner, though. I mean, again, he had a great freshman year, but battled a lot of injuries this season at UNO. Season for them ended much earlier than they would have probably liked. Lost plenty of players with some pretty good campaigns. A lot of Lincoln Stars connection to the Mavericks. Brock Bremer, former Lincoln Star. Over the years, a couple of other guys who played there have been guys who've been familiar with Lincoln. Ludke only got into 8 games this season with the Mavericks. Goal and assist after his freshman year, 28 points with 11 goals and 17 assists. But who can forget that campaign with the Stars 2 seasons ago? 32 goals and 34 assists in 57 games with Lincoln. Now here come the Stars. Loomer looking ahead for DeJulian, just missed his stick. As it's pushed around to the near corner, flipped up by Montero into the neutral zone. Lassard tries to shovel it around him. Spihar disrupts, gains the line. Between the two circles, Spihar has his pocket pick. DeJulian works it out toward Loomer, not quite in the right position to receive that pass. And repossessed by Sioux Falls. Anthony Bongo on the far side, gains the blue line. Dangling against Harrington beneath the goal line. Bongo brings it around, trumps it off in front. Ernest could not get it on net. To the point. Stars break it down. Markinitis into the far corner. Pedersen, the first one to it. He's beneath the goal line. Dishes too strong for Markinitis near side. Marconi out of the zone, far end. Ernest gliding toward the cage. Never quite got a good handle on that. Up to the left point. One-timer from Belial misses the cage. Eric Called beneath the goal line. Wraps the puck around far side. Called against the wall. Looking to connect to the point with Solomon. He could not. And now Lincoln goes the other way. Markinitis left wing side with a wrister. Partially blocked. Rolls toward the net. Esch kept it out. And the rebound flung out of the zone by Marconi. Shostak comes out of the cage. Plays the puck near side to the neutral zone. And Picard enters. He's onside. Across. Markinitis delays. His shot blocked away by Wilmot. To Weber. Flings toward the cage, but a left pad save made by Waylon Esch. Then Wilmot flexes out of the zone, finds Ritter Coombs. And center ice will chip it in around Shostak to the near corner. 3-0 Sioux Falls the score. No scoring yet in this second period. Stampede tallying 3 times in the opening 20 minutes. Got a whistle here. It's offside on Sioux Falls, and that's going to send us to immediate timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds after this. Stay tuned on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Hey, bestie! Whoa, how'd you snag that awesome set of wheels? I'm in the market for a new car, too. My friends at Members Own Credit Union. You're always in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances at Members Own. Always in the driver's seat, huh? Yep. They set you up with a loan that makes sense for your budget with great rates and top-notch customer service to boot. Looks like we're going to need to make a pit stop. Let's go. I'll drive. Hit the road to financial success and explore auto loan options with your best financial friend, Members Own Credit Union. For details, go to membersowncu.org/drive. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
3-0 Sioux Falls with the lead as we got a neutral zone face-off in just a moment. Don't forget the Stars' next watch party at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill at 130 North 10th Street, downtown Lincoln, is coming up April 4th when Lincoln is against the Madison Capitals on the road. April 4th, 7:05 p.m. We'll see you at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill at 130 North 10th Street in downtown Lincoln. Here tonight, the Stars trailing and trying to avoid suffering their third straight loss. Haven't talked about consecutive losses much this season. Head coach Rocky Russo was saying at pregame, every team goes through some slumps. Lincoln's trying to find answers here tonight. Ingalls flies the puck out of the zone. Rombach in front of his own blue line, pushed it ahead to the blue line. Wilmot back to Ingalls, near side. Solomon chips around to the near corner side, where Rombach brings behind the cage and works it out on the far end. Here's Jack Bakar. Center ice, he'll glide in. Chips to Egan. Back to Bakar. Bakar up top. Harrington, one-timer. He scores! Caden Harrington just inside the blue line. Hammer time. He makes it a 2-goal game. Much-needed goal for the Stars there. And that moves Caden Harrington all alone into third place in Stars history among defenseman goals in a single season, as he picks up his 15th of the campaign. Too much space there for Harrington, and he lets it fly. 2 more goals for him this year will move him into second place all-time in Stars defenseman single season history, as he moves out of a time with Antonio Fernandez from the 2021-22 season. Harrington leading all USHL defensemen in goals, and he's got another one here tonight to bring some energy into the building. He'll stay on the ice as the Stars pick up the tally. Now they need another. Like we said, 1 goal at a time, and they've got that first one. Here we go. It's Schlane atop the right circle. Bounces it to the right point. Nick Young back towards Schlane. Harrington tries another one-timer. Goes just wide of the cage. Oliver underneath for Schlane. In the near corner, he'll drop it off. Trying to find Kohanski. Kohanski pressured. Does kick it over towards Schlane. His shot tonight. Rebound pops up in the air, but Esch keeps it out. Here's a one-timer. Lassard changes direction. Goes just wide to the far post. You feel that extra jump on the Stars' step right now. They've got energy. Now they need another goal. Lassard walks the line near side. Dishes to Schlane. Back up top. Oliver, his space. Tries a wrister, but a save by Waylon Esch. He'll secure it with the glove. For what it's worth, the last time that the Lincoln Stars overcame a 3-goal deficit and won a game was before the pandemic. It's been a minute. That was March 7th, 2020 against the Green Bay Gamblers. Trying to make some magic happen here tonight. They've got 1 goal. Made it a 3-2 contest as Caden Harrington scored his 15th of the season. Stars in the offensive zone. pushing its chance behind the goal line. Second period brought to you by Juice Stop. Got our first tally of the period a moment ago. Loomer walking to the front of net, disrupted. DeJulian with a turning shot tonight. Rebound also pushed away as Loomer got a stick in late. Baker carries it out of the zone. Jan's trying to pester him, could not steal the puck away. Baker flings toward the cage. Shostak will cover it up. Everyone grabs a partner in front. Montero crashing the crease. To the chagrin of the Stars, Jans was the first one on him. DeJulian jumped in not long after. .5:28 to go in the period. A 3-1 Sioux Falls lead. Harrington from Pakar and Eachin at the 12:49 mark. Now it'll be a face-off to the right of Jan Shostak. Stars this season are outscoring opponents in the second period, at least this weekend, now 2-1. Overall, 86-46. D-zone face-off won by Lincoln. Brombach to the near side. Pelletier at the blue line. He'll send it north. Here comes Pakar over to Ejan, creating separation, trying to slip pass ahead for Pelletier. That was broken up. Pakar muscled it over toward Pelletier, but punched back into the neutral zone. Here comes Pakar. North, it was Weber pinching ahead, advanced to Ejan. Gains the line, tries a wrister, he misses the net. To the right point, Jack Pakar flings it just wide of the far post. Near side of the net, Rombach trying to keep it in. He could not. Ritter Coombs with an opening on the breakaway. Denied. Jan Shostak with an exceptional save with 4:47 to go here in the second. Type of save that could bring some extra momentum to your bench. Shostak hoping exactly that's going to be the case. Jan Shostak entering in relief here for the Stars of the second period. 23 shots for the Stampede, 8 of them against Shostak. He has turned aside each one so far. D-zone draw for Lincoln. Julian against Ernest. Ernest controls it up to the left point. Bongo brings in behind the net. Tie up behind the play. Ernest had to readjust his helmet. And out of the zone go the Stars. Here's DeJulian. Up the middle. Tries a shot. Save made. One man in front of him. It was kicked away by Esch to the near wall. Brown bounces it ahead looking for Jans. Trying to spring it out of the zone. Marconi dancing across the line, poked away from him. DeJulian with a step far side from his knees, trying to play it for Loomer. Now continuing to try and play the puck. Could not come up with it. Loomer beneath the goal line. Brings to the near side, to the point. Harrington delays. Harrington shoots. He scores! Caden Harrington, what a play! It's a 1-goal game! Oh my goodness, what patience by Caden Harrington, his second of the night and 16th of the season. With 4:04 to go in the second, Lincoln is a goal away from tying it up. And the icebox is rocking right now as the Stars are trying to come back from 3 down. Caden Harrington with his second multi-goal game of the season comes through in a big spot for the Stars. And you can hear it from the crowd. They're into this one, and the comeback is very possible now. Harrington with 2 tallies in the second period. The Stars still need 1 more to even it up. Nordberg flips it ahead to Spihar. He'll gain the blue line. Pushes away from Young. Back to the point. Nordberg, high shot, gloved by Shostak. 3:40 to go in the second period. Harrington's that's his third multi-goal game. Previously did it January 31st at Cedar Rapids. Also had 2 against Tri-City November 27th. So now he has a tie for the second most goals in a single season by Lincoln Stars defensemen in their 29 seasons. Probably not going to catch Dalton Norris, who had 26 goals 3 campaigns ago. But just to get into second place would be pretty incredible for Harrington. Stampede win the draw. Ingles missed the cage. Pelletier joined by Weber near corner. Rombach will bring it behind the net. He'll use the wall to flex out of the zone. Back toward Esch. This will be icing, though. The Lincoln Stars are being brought to you by Kraft Axe Throwing. Are you ready to unleash your inner lumberjack? Look no further than Kraft Axe Throwing. Whether you're a first-timer or a pro, our expert coaches have you covered. Perfect for your next birthday, date night, or just an evening with friends. Book now at craftaxethrowing.com for the ultimate axe experience. Stars control the D-zone draw. They attack right to left. Period number 2 presented by Justa. Poked over the blue line. They will be ruled offside here. Lincoln now being outshot 23-22. 2 tallies in the second period for the stick of defenseman Caden Harrington. Similar spots inside the blue line. One-timer at the 12:49 point, and pretty impressive patience shown to the 15:56 mark. 15th and 16th goals of the season. Pakar and Egan with the helpers on the first tally. Bloomer and DeJulian on the second one. For Harrington, prior to tonight's game, he had not scored since March 7th, which for him feels like an eternity. But what also was crazy was he had not picked up any points since March 7th. Had a 3-point night that night in Sioux City. 4 straight games without a point before tonight. Jack Pakar's 6-game pointless streak also comes to an expiration. Maybe this could be what really triggers the Stars offensively. Talked a little bit about their struggles the last few games. Entering tonight's game, they've been averaging 3.2 goals per game in their last 6 contests. Now they're a goal away from tying it up after trailing 3-0. Net front scramble. It's Oliver in front slipping up. He could not tuck it home. Line is cleared. Oliver will dish it back into the near corner off of the wall. Sean Lee. Rybakov in front of him. He'll flip it up ice to center ice. Lassard for a moment kept it alive. Now broken out. Ernest fans on the shot. Rybakov trying to keep it going, but the Stars hustle north. Break out to the far side. Schlane flings it in toward Esch. Slowed up by Oliver. Up to the right point. Lassard settles and flings it behind the cage. Takes a carom off the wall. Jans wraparound stuff. Rebound back over toward the right point. Lassard trying to shot. Block comes to DeJulian. He just missed the net down low. Jans behind the cage. Dishes toward Dashiell Oliver. DeJulian's there with him. Gio DeJulian met by Gennady Shali. Shali and him tangled up. Shali lays the body into DeJulian. Sends him down. Stars hold the line. Off of the glass. Henricks advanced ahead looking for Jans. He was pressured against the wall. Rybakov to the near end. Sullivan can't get past Loomer. Lane Loomer against the wall. Base of the circle. Cutting. Tries a shot. He'll miss the cage. On the right wing wall. Henricks underneath looking for Jans. Rybakov pokes it free. DeJulian looking for the puck. Pulled away from him. Back toward Rybakov behind the net. He'll fling off of the glass to the right point. Henricks can't get around Ernest. Met by Solomon and just barely behind the blue line. Stars regroup. Pakar into the zone. Flies this around a little too high. That'll go up into the mesh and a play. 1:19 left in the second. Stars trailing by just 1 now. They entered down 3-0 after being outshot 15-9 in the first period. Lincoln entering tonight's game with 16 goals in the last 6 games. They had a stretch of scoring 5 or more goals 12 times in a 14-game span, January 10th to February 20th. They have scored 5 or more goals just 4 times over their last 11 games entering tonight. Offensive zone draw, pushed over the blue line back to the neutral zone. Harrington tosses this puck around the boards. collected near side. Injun with a wrister. He'll miss the cage. Up against the wall on the far side. Pushed into the neutral zone. Stampede break it out. They have not handled a ton of offensive zone opportunities over the last few minutes. Trying to regain at least a multi-goal lead right now. Norberg near side. 46 seconds left in the second. Beneath the goal line, Norberg pinching way ahead. Spihar met in the corner by Pekar of the Stars. Hold up against the wall, pushing and shoving. Pekar getting into it. Haven't seen that too often this season. Gives a shove against J.J. Montero. See where they put this face up. I believe it'll be right back into the neutral zone just outside of the Lincoln blue line. 32.6 seconds left in the second period. If you're wondering, it's been 2 seasons since the Stars last had a defenseman record a hat trick. Harrington's a goal away from doing that here tonight. It was achieved by Antonio Fernandez a couple of campaigns ago. Up against the wall on the far side. Lincoln pushes it out of the zone. Kohanski on the near side. Blown behind the net. At the right point, Lassard holds the zone, tries a slap pass in front for Kohanski. Just missed his stick. 7 seconds left. Oliver behind the cage, looking for Kohanski. Trying to pry free from Ingles. Tie up in the corner, and that'll do it for period number 2. A productive period for the Stars. They entered trailing 3-0, and now have made it a 2-goal contest as we head to the third period. But first, the second intermission report is coming up next. It's being presented by Black Label Property Services. We'll take a break and return with an update on the scores around the USHL, as well as a recap of the second period. Stick around. It's 3-2. Sioux Falls with the lead, while the Stars now only down by 1. More to come after this on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Spring storms can unfortunately lead to power outages. While LES line workers go out in the storm, you can stay in, but you can also help by reporting your outage right away online at les.com/report.
I'm Chief Dave Engler. When a fire truck hits a pothole with 12 tons of fast-moving equipment and crew, it's a problem. On your ballot in April is a measure to continue Lincoln's quarter-cent sales tax for street improvements. A vote against eliminates the street funding. A vote for will not raise your taxes and keeps the funding in place. And better roads means faster response times. Learn more at LincolnOnTheMove.com.
We use our Lincoln streets every day, and so do first responders. But visitors and out-of-town commuters also do. A quarter-cent sales tax for streets passed by voters in 2019 makes those commuters pay about $6 million a year to improve streets. On your ballot in April is a measure to continue it. A vote against means no more funds from commuters. A vote for will not raise your taxes, and commuters still pay. Learn more at LincolnOnTheMove.com. paid for by the City of Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and March Madness is here, and Koppel is ready to rock and roll. We just closed the books on a tremendous February, and we're locked and loaded for a big March. True 0% APR is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. Koppel also has over 10,500 off list on new select models. So please stop on by and see what confident driving and confident buying is all about. We're right down 144th Street or online at koppelcars.com. All deals with the roof credit, 0% is standalone.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
At Lincoln Family Chiropractic, they believe everyone deserves to live a pain-free and active life. Whether it's neck pain, shoulder pain, or lower back pain, Lincoln Family Chiropractic specializes in customized care for every patient to promote faster healing, allowing you to get back to an optimal life. Lincoln Family Chiropractic's team specializes in treatments such as dry needling, cupping therapy, and traditional adjustments. Give Lincoln Family Chiropractic a call today, 402-484-5166. Visit them online at lincolnfamilychiro.com or in person, 1 block south of 70th and 8th Street in Lincoln.
Right now, when you drive by Honda of Lincoln, you'll see more than 200 new Hondas and over 125 pre-owned vehicles. Hi, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, how does it feel to have so many vehicles in stock again for your customers?
Charlie, it feels amazing to see how excited our customers are. They love the ability to see, test drive, and take immediate delivery of the exact new Honda they're looking for.
Do you have some good offers to talk about?
We sure do, Charlie. We're offering financing as low as 0.9% APR up to 72 months, or great lease rates on every new Honda. It's the perfect time to drive away in the new Honda you've been dreaming of.
How about pre-owned, Andy?
We have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Just about every make and model with prices starting at under $10,000.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Hey volleyballfans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
All right, welcome back into the 93.7 Ticket Studios. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. Before we get to the second intermission report with Joel Norman, we'll give you an update on some more games throughout the USHL, as well as a little bit of college hoops updates, as well as the second round is underway starting today. But first, around the USHL, at the conclusion between the Green Bay Gamblers and the Muskegon Lumberjacks, that one ends up being Lumberjacks winning it 6-3 after scoring 4 goals in that second period. And then again, we got in the third period, 8 minutes about to go. Chicago Steel tied up with USA Hockey Development Team 1-1. At the end of the second period, tied up as well, 2-2 each. Youngstown Phantoms versus the Tri-City Storm. And at the start of the third period, Sioux City Musketeers leading the Fargo Force 4-2. And then, of course, this Lincoln Stars game, Sioux Falls Stampede still leading at 3-2, but the Stars able to put 2 goals together in that second period after being down by 3 to start it initially. You also have at the end of the first period, the Waterloo Blackhawks leading the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders 1-0. And then at the end of the first period, Madison Capitals leading the Butte Fighting Saints 3-2. So those are the games for across the USHL. Like I said, we still got one period underway for the Lincoln Stars versus the Sioux Falls Stampede, being down 2-3. Across college basketball, we got a few games that wrapped up. And since the last time we spoke, Michigan ends up pulling off the minor upset, like I said, over Texas A&M, 91-79. Texas Tech holds off to an upset against Drake, 77-64. And And as I mentioned, the biggest bracket busters so far, just looking at the numbers here, St. John's loses to Arkansas, the 10 seed, 66-75 earlier in the day. And right now you do have Auburn putting themselves a little bit in front against Creighton, 9-seed Creighton at that, 66-54. Like I said, Auburn leading it. And then Wisconsin starting to trail BYU by more than 10 points here, over double digits. BYU staying hot from the first round. They're leading it with about 8 minutes left to go in that first half, 27-16. And then the other 1 seed currently playing, Houston leading Gonzaga 12-6. Some scores across the USHL, along with college hoops March Madness. With that being said, we'll throw it to break one more time. And on the other side of things, you'll be joined by Joel Norman for that second intermission report. This is Harrison Arndt at the 93.7 Ticket Studio, theticketfm.com.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, best 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to BeBigNow.org.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Patriot Plumbing at 402-464-7411 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-464-7411.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. It's time for the second intermission report of tonight's Lincoln Stars game, presented by Black Label Property Services.
Two big tallies from Caden Harrington in the second period have the Stars within one goal, trying to complete the comeback as we continue with our second intermission report being presented by Black Label Property Services. Joel Norman here from the Ice Box with the Stars trailing by 3-2 score late in the second intermission. Harrington at the 12:49 mark and the 15:56 mark of the second period. 16 goals for him on the season, and Harrington moving into a tie with Eli Vysalvowicz from the 2005-2006 Stars for the second most goals in Stars single-season history. Tied up now with Vysalvowicz and a few back, 10 goals back of Dalton Norris from the 2021-22 Stars. But nonetheless, great territory for Harrington. Two big tallies and emotional moments. A one-timer at the 12:49 mark. A really beautiful play at the 15:56 mark, kind of finessing around a few defenders and flung it to the net and scored. Jack Bakar and Bruno Eachin assisting on the first one. Lane Loomer and Gio DeJulian on the second tally. Stars are within one. They are being outshot 23-20. They're now outshooting, Sioux Falls 26-23. Love to give a tip of the cap to Gene Cotter, a part-time now Stars off-ice official, though he texted over that 16 of the final 17 shots on goal came in the final 11 minutes and 24 seconds of that period. So a lot of intensity late in the frame. Well, the Stars right now only trailing by one as we open up the third in just a moment. We'll step aside and be back. It's the third period between the Stars and the Stampede in just a moment. This has been the second intermission report presented by Black Label Property Services on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Outside is where winter adventure unfolds. On frozen lakes, icy landscapes, and snow-covered slopes. Feeling the cold air rush by as you race downhill. The freedom of gliding with ease and the warmth of being together. From epic sled rides to the fun of ice fishing, it's all right here beneath Nebraska skies. Start your winter adventure at yournebraskaparks.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Associations and this station.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them?
By their clothes,
their age,
the way they speak. Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
In the midst of adversity, some are built to run towards the chaos. That's the drive that defines a Nebraska State Trooper. Mission-focused, service-minded, always ready. If you have the drive, we'll help you build a career. Applications are now open to become a Nebraska State Trooper. Numerous career paths, unlimited potential, making a difference for the people in communities all across Nebraska. Apply today at nebraskatroopers.com.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes, their age, the way they speak? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job,
not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
Or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? Or a 14-year-old girl who signs up to every after-school activity, not to make friends, but just to get something to eat? Or a retiree who fell ill and had to choose
between getting medicine or groceries.
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew were hungry. I am Hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor. Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Outside is where winter adventure unfolds. On frozen lakes, icy landscapes, and snow-covered slopes. Feeling the cold air rush by as you race downhill. The freedom of gliding with ease and the warmth of being together. From epic sled rides to the fun of ice fishing, it's all right here beneath Nebraska skies. Start your winter adventure at yournebraskaparks.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Associations and this station.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
Here we go. Start of the third period. The Stars and the Stampede battle the top 2 teams of the Western Conference. Sioux Falls with a 3-2 lead. They scored 3 times in the first period, but surrendered 2 tallies to Caden Harrington in the second. Now the Stars trying to complete this 3-goal comeback, something that they have not done in over 5 years. Come back and win, that is. Right now, trailing by 1. They've still got some work to do. A lot of energy at the end of that second period. They are now overall outshooting Sioux Falls 26-23 after a 17-8 advantage in the second period. This ought to be a great third period between 2 very hungry teams. They've already locked up their playoff spots, but they want to guarantee that they'll have a first-round bye as soon as possible. Remember the importance of the Clark Cup playoffs. The first round of having that bye in the Clark Cup playoffs, the first round begins 2 days after the regular season ends. So teams really like to have that bye if they can. Here's Dasher Oliver breaking the puck out of the Lincoln zone. Feeds it up toward Daniel Schlane. Across, Kohanski. Drop pass intended for Weber. Missed him. Finds Oliver. One-timer turned aside by Waylon Ash. 27th shot on goal for the Stars here tonight. Marconi lost his footing from his knees. Backhands the puck in behind the Lincoln net. Kohanski chipped over for Pekar. Out to Pelletier. He'll gain the red line. Pekar off the wall in behind the net. Ash slows it. It's scooped up. Pelletier looking to the front of the cage. Bounces just wide away from the net. Ejon was very close to finding a way to tie this one up. A minute gone here in the third period. Stars down by 1. One-timer from Young missed the cage. Off the glass, hard to the right point. Harrington trying to keep it onside. Finesse behind the net, nearly turned over toward Pekar. Young gives it to him in the corner. To Pelletier, one-timer, just wide of the cage. Bouncing puck, settled by Harrington. Wrister, save made, and the rebound up into the mesh, it looks like, out of play. Hayden Harrington had an angle. He's looking to try and complete the hat trick. He's got 2 tonight. Stars have been hat trick crazy this season. They have not gotten one from a defenseman. Most recent hat tricks came in the same game. Bruno Ejon and Jack Pekar, February 28th. Pekar, also a hat trick February 22nd. He's got 3 on the season. The other one coming on December 28th. Matthew Malte also had one of that game. Gio DeJulian, November 16th. And Daniel Schlane, September 27th. Pedersen kicked down to the dot. Markonitis draws in. Face off to the left of Waylon Esch. And it is controlled by the Stampede. Grimes with a little bit of trouble. Circles behind his own net. Worked out to the far side. Solomon could not finesse it out of the zone. Stars with their fourth line on the ice. Markonitis, Pedersen, and Corton. Here's Ritter Coombs. Flings around towards Solomon, far side. Elevates the puck to the red line. Harrington gloves it down to himself. Nice move around Wilmot. Gains the red line and wires in behind Ash. He'll come to the puck behind the cage. Works it around near corner. Coombs flies it out towards center ice. Well past everyone. It's bouncing back to Shostak. He'll shuffle it over to the far wall. Etienne Lassard speeds north for Lincoln. He's over the blue line. Little miscommunication between him and Corton. Stars have to reset. Henricks near side. Tipped up by DeJulian around the blue line and into the attacking zone. Belisle up towards center ice. Tipped in by Montero to the side of the net. Shostak leaves it for Lassard. Henricks around the boards far side. It's Loomer in the neutral zone. Speeds ahead. Just missed Jans on the breakout pass. We get a whistle here. 17-17 to go in the third period. I believe that will be icing because of that. No, it shouldn't be, though. Might have been offside on Lincoln. And it appears that is the case. So a neutral zone faceoff coming up in a moment. Far side, right outside of the Sioux Falls defensive zone. Stars attack left to right here in the third period, presented by Chick-fil-A. Stampede win the draw. Broken out on the near side by Nordberg. Lost his stick in a battle with Weber. Far corner, Griffin Brown up against the boards, trying to pull it free with DeJulian helping him out. Noah Ernest is against the wall. DeJulian had it for a second. Now it comes back toward the right defenseman spot. Shawley had drifted away from his spot. And out is Shawley toward Philip Nordberg, near side. Flown in behind Shostak. DeJulian back around the boards, near side. Jans begins the rush north. Here comes Aiden Jans over the blue line. Jans left wing side. Low shot. Sticked away. Jans goes into the boards hard. Looks like he's okay, though, as he gets back up. Delivers the body. Bryce Ingles near side entering tonight's game with a team high 20 minutes and 25 seconds on ice per game. Ices the puck. $16:24 to go here in the third period. And a face-off coming up to the right of Waylon Ash. Face-off one in their own defensive zone by Sioux Falls. Vlasov heading the other way. 2-on-1. One sit back. Instead, Captain fired wide of the cage by McGraw. Vlasov near corner. Spins away from Young. Dangling toward the net. His shot hit off of Harrington. Collected by Pelletier of Lincoln. Stars trail by 1 goal. They were outscored 3-0 in the first period. The two tallies by Harrington in the second have made it very interesting. Here comes Bruno Egan. Drumps it off. Pelletier shot, save made by Esch. Now Bruno Egan with 1 point in this game. He entered this evening's contest with the second most points per game in the USHL with 1.30 on the season. Now face-off coming back to the right of Esch in a second. Stars win it. It's Hendricks gliding up the wall, tries a shot. Ash is able to secure it against the logo on his chest. Stars are out shooting the Stampede now 32-23. Sioux Falls does not have a credited shot on goal yet this period. Lincoln already has 6 in the frame. Stampede win the draw. Can't clear the zone initially. Now it's pumped ahead. Montero looking to go across ice. Oliver steps to the way of that passing lane. Work to the near side. Back and forth a few times. And now I believe offside. Yep, it will be on the Stars. Well, the Stars of the Stampede have an interesting history in terms of postseason matchups. Both of them are right now in the postseason. And if they are to meet each other in the playoffs, that would be in the Western Conference Finals. They would have to get to that point. Certainly not out of the realm of possibility. And boy, would it be fun if they did. So many tight games between these two squads. 6 previous matchups in the postseason between Lincoln and Sioux Falls. The last time that they met was in the first round of the 2018 Clark Cup playoffs. Stars won in 3 games. Here's Hendricks behind his own cage. He'll sling it around far side. Loomer off of the wall, quickly flown back into the right of Showstack. Coombs has to go touch up, so the Stars break out easily. Hendricks far side, off of the wall. Loomer couldn't handle it. He and DeJulian rush in on the forecheck. Near side of the ice, it's Noah Ernest to the neutral zone. Finds Bruno Egan on the intercept. Bruno dancing atop the right circle. Lost the bobbling puck. Here comes McGraw. He'll try a shot. Can't get around Ralbach. Lost his footing. Bruno charges the other way. 3-on-2 developing for the Stars. Pakar with him. Fed over toward Pelletier. Over the line. He'll delay. Dishes to Weber. Chipped off of the glass. And collected near side by McGraw. That ends that threat for the Stars. As this puck is jumped in around to the near corner. Trickles behind Showstack. Ralbach up to Egan in front of his own bench. Comes to a standstill for a moment before back to him. Now worked ahead. Pelletier, top of the left circle. Pakar right behind him. Alex Pelletier. Cornell commit finesses beneath the goal line. Punched away from Pakar. Pelletier comes over, forces a tie-up on the wall. Pakar pried it free. Dished over toward Will Courtot. He could not get it back to his defense. Now here come the Stampede, an opening for Austin Baker, looking to set someone up near post. Instead, dishes it right to the stick of Griffin Brown. Stars can't clear the line yet. Hendricks hustling to the loose puck, far side, gets it away from the pinching Shali. Tried to be elevated out by Pakar. Now has to be finessed near side. Courtot gets it into the neutral zone. The Stars finally able to complete the line change. Right in the middle of it, though. Here come the Stampede. A shot, and they score. Solomon gives them a 2-goal lead. It's his second of the night. And that's a tough one for the Stars because they're right in the midst of that line change. Solomon able to speed the other way on the right wing side. Jan Shostak breaks his stick, so he's going to skate to the bench and get a new one. That's a huge tally for the Stampede. Brent Solomon making this a 2-goal lead once more for the visitors. Can feel momentum really shifting the Stars' way. And on just the second shot of this third period, Sioux Falls has a multi-goal advantage again. Here's Caden Harrington. From behind his own net, he'll carry it near side. Kohanski dishes into the neutral zone just away from Schlane's stick. To the Lincoln blue line. Back played toward Harrington. Dishes left side. Young. Break out toward Daniel Schlane. Schlane backhands it in toward the net. Esch will come out of the crease and cover up. Sends us to immediate timeout. 13 minutes to go exactly in the third period. Stars trail 4-2. We'll be back in 60 on Flow Hockey at 93.7 The Ticket.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
Two different multi-goal scorers in this game. Brent Solomon for Sioux Falls, Caden Harrington for Lincoln. It's Solomon's most recent tally that has put the Stampede back up by a pair. 4-2 the score with 7 minutes gone in the third period. Stars had a lot of momentum going their way. 2 goals in the second from Harrington. Plenty of pucks on net. Looked like they were just knocking on the door. And now they get another one. As right off of the draw, Daniel Schlane has made it a 1-goal game once more. On a rebound in between the 2 circles, Schlane whacks it home and makes it a 4-3 game. So just like that, Lincoln gets the answer that it needs as Schlane strikes again, his 22nd of the season. So here we go. Right back to where we started this period at. And 12:53 to go is 7 seconds after the media timeout. The Stars make it a 1-goal contest again. Daniel Schlane loves playing at the icebox. 14 of his 22 goals have come in this building. Four to 3 the score. Sioux Falls leads by 1. Harrington's on the ice, looking for the hat trick. He'll dish it up ice for Cade Kohansky. Oliver on the right wing. Kohansky and him continue on the forecheck. Cannot come up with the puck. It's broken out. Wilmot, far side, played by a high stick of Sioux Falls, now negated as Bakar flies it out near side. Bakar skating as his line joins the play. They were in the midst of a line change. We'll see if Bruno Egan is allowed to be out on this sequence or not. He had just hopped onto the ice. I believe Dash Oliver will be called back as well. 12:13 to go in this third period. Recapping the scoring. It's been lightning fast all of a sudden. Here in the third period, Brent Solomon making this a 2-goal game once again, but then Daniel Schlane restores the 1-goal deficit. Solomon at the 6:34 mark for Montero and Belisle. Schlane at the 7:07 mark. Kohansky and Oliver with the helpers. For the Stars in this game, Caden Harrington with 2 goals. He is their lone man with multiple points tonight. Same goes for Sioux Falls, his only 2-goal scorer. Brent Solomon with 2 tallies. Right now, Solomon's efforts represent what would be the game-winning goal if this score remains. Stars have other ideas about that, trying to tie things up again. At no point has this game been tied ever since Sioux Falls got the first goal. Solomon's first of the night at the 6:06 mark. Kohansky breaks out to Bakar. Now it's Oliver speeding over the line. Dasher Oliver with an opening. Drops it off to Egan. Kicked away toward the far side. Egan lost his footing against the wall. Flicks down toward the neutral zone. Rombach will leave it over for Weber. Ethan Weber's tangled up on the far board side, so Rombach comes to help him out. Jack Bakar, center ice. Dangles. Nice move over to the left wing side. Chip pass a little bit too strong for Pelletier. Now it's the Stampede possessing it. Norberg fans on the first pass. Second one comes down far side. Ernest slipping up in a collision with Rombach, who gets up, pushes the puck away from him back to the neutral zone. Now it's brought right back in. Joseph McGraw left on, cutting toward the net. Could not make the last move. Head off the side of the cage. Weber delayed it behind the net. Pelletier takes a high stick from McGraw. And the Stars are going to be heading on the power play. And the question is if Pelletier is bleeding, potentially could be a double minor. And we'll wait and see in a moment. Joseph McGraw heading to the box. Lincoln to the power play. Here we go. We want your moment of momentum. It is going to be a 4-minute power play. A double minor on McGraw for high sticking. Stars are 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. The Stars, over their last 8 games, are 2 for 24 on the power play. They did score last night. They've got an opportunity to tie it here. Lassard off the faceoff win to the far side. DeJulian bats it back to the left point. Harrington glued to the wall. Oliver trying to help him out and attempting to keep it onside. Oliver, DeJulian, Schlain, Lassard, and Harrington on this first unit. Seen Rocky Russo change up the personnel on the power play here tonight, looking for some answers. Second best unit in the USHL despite the lengthy struggles of the last few weeks. Rybakov backhands it out of the zone, so this should keep the faceoff in the Sioux Falls defensive end. Played out of play from well behind his own blue line. And yes, the faceoff will be to the right of Waylon Esch. 10:31 to go in regulation. 3:25 left on the Lincoln power play. What a game this has been. Another 1-goal contest for the Stars. They win the draw, but it's poked away from Henriks back to the neutral zone. They'll go back and forth with Nick Young. Henriks sidesteps the pressure of Wilmot, speeds into the zone. To the left point, Young around the backside of the net. Loomer looking for it. It's chopped up into the air, now settled and flown down to the left of Shostak. Sioux Falls this season, as here's Henriks slipping up at his own end. Looked like he might have been upended, having a little trouble with the blade of his skate. He's trying to get to the bench. Part of the blade of his skate is off on the ice. Fans wanted a penalty, just now able to hobble to the bench for the change. Etienne Lassard from behind his own net. 2:35 to go in the period. Looking up ice on the power play, I should say. 9:35 left to the period. Stars trail by 1. Harrington on the near side. Kicks it to the right point. Lassard to Schlain. Settles. Fires. He scores! We're tied up 4-4 with 9:26 to go in the third. It's Daniel Schlain with his second of the night and second of the period. Schlain with his 23rd of the season electrifies the icebox again. It's 4-4 with 9:26 to go. What a hockey game tonight. Stars will continue on the power play because of the double minor on McGraw. They struck on the first leg of it. Now 2 minutes left on the power play. They'll bring on a new power play unit looking to take their first lead of the weekend. Here comes Etienne. He gains the line, trying to poke it in deep. A little bit of trouble. Now he comes around. Pakar bounced off the wall at the right point. Henriks from straight away eases back to the blue line. Henriks fakes left, goes right. One-timer from Young is booted away to the near wall and flown out of the zone. 1:26 left on the PK for Sioux Falls. Henriks behind his own net. Loomer cross ice toward Etienne, disrupted and again flown in behind Shostak. Bounces hard off of the glass to the near side where Henriks has it. Got his skate adjusted and is back out there. Good work by Corey Cordy, longtime Stars athletic trainer and equipment manager. Young bounces the puck in toward Esch. He'll stick it beneath the goal line. Turning and trying to clear the zone, Bryce Ingles. A little bit of trouble. Now he's glued to the wall by Young. DeJulian joins the fray. Rybakov up against it as well for Sioux Falls, trying to get it out. 8:07 to go. It's 4-4 with 40 seconds left on the Lincoln power play. Squirts free, trying to get around Harrington. A little bit of trouble. He and Schlane are both on the ice. Both have 2 goals tonight. Harrington, left circle, cutting to the net, tries a shot, save made. And it's able to be cleared out by Austin Baker. 20 seconds left on the man advantage. Etienne Lassard, on his birthday, carries the puck north. He's over the blue line on the left wing side. Lassard, a little bit of trouble up against the wall. It's eventually pushed away from him. Reed Varcani will flex off of the glass and into the zone. Back to 5-on-5. The Stars scored on the first leg of the power play, and we're tied up at 4-4. Under 7.5 to go. Bouncing puck in front of the net, whacked just wide by Montero. Dash Oliver trying to get it out as now we get a whistle. And a penalty coming in the Stars' defensive zone. The Lincoln penalty box door is opened up. And Lassard's going to go. Well, the Stars don't like that. But with 7:10 to go in this third period, Lincoln will be on the penalty kill. 4-4 our score. I mentioned it before. The last time the Stars came back from a 3-goal deficit and won the game, March 7th, 2020. $35 shots for Lincoln compared to 26 for Sioux Falls. Both benches are getting sent for the special teams situation here. Stars scored on the power play a moment ago. Try to avoid their 3rd straight loss. Sioux Falls has been playing pretty solid hockey as of late. 5-2-0-1 their last 8 games. They improved to 4-0 after each of their last 4 losses with last night's win. 7-2-0-1 since February 22nd. So Etienne Lassard is heading to the box for the Stars with 7:10 to go. Roughing will be the call on him. 74 minutes of penalties for the Stars tonight. That is a season high. Lincoln Stars hockey is being brought to you by Graduate Lincoln. Let Graduate Lincoln be your home base during your next trip to town. Whether you're rooting for the Stars or making a night of it in the Haymarket District, we're perfectly located close to campus and just a short stroll from shops, restaurants, and everything else downtown Lincoln has to offer. It's time for a stay like you've never had before. Book this season's stays now at graduatehotels.com/Lincoln. Good start for the Stars as Jack Picard clears the zone. Sends this one well down the ice. Now the Stampede bring it north. Onto the power play again with Lassard in the box. They are 1 for their first 3. Trying to retake the lead. Shaw Lee trying to chip it around the defense. He got past Rombach, but not Picard. Pushed back to the neutral zone, rolling in front of the Sioux Falls bench. .6:33 to go in the third. Not a thriller tonight in the capital city. Montero, he'll gain the line. He's got 1 goal tonight. Flips it in beneath the goal line. Intercepted. Harrington slaps it up to the blue line. Not quite cleared. Loomer does, but it caught a stick on the Sioux Falls bench. I thought it was, but that power play faceoff is going to now be in the Lincoln defensive zone because of the clearing attempt. So 6:20 to go in the third period. Minute 10 to go on this power play for the Stampede. Now coming up to the right of Showstack. Here we go. Marconi against Pelletier. Pelletier controls the draw behind the cage. Intercepted, almost fed right in front of Lasso, but poke checked at the last moment. Now Young trying to go shorthanded the other way. Poke checked out wide. Delays against the wall. Nick Young looking toward the front of the net. Had his pass blocked. Marconi came up with it. Lincoln changes up a few penalty killers with 48 seconds left on the Stars roughing minor. Ernest, left circle, nice move, flips to his right wrister, and they score. Vlasov puts Sioux Falls back in the lead. A beautiful play by Noah Ernest to find him. And the power play comes through for Sioux Falls to make this a 5-4 game. What a game this has been. Back and forth we continue to go. It's Alexei Vlasov with his 11th of the season, giving Sioux Falls the lead once again. Their second lead of the night. They're hoping this time it's enough to secure the victory. Comes to the 14-10 mark of this third period. Vlasov right now with the go-ahead tally. We have 3 different multi-goal scorers in this game. Stars have 2 of them, and they might lose. Kind of crazy when you think about it that way. 5:30 to go in the third. Henricks trying to clear the zone. He'll make his way north. Tanner Henricks off the wall, slipping up as it's dumped in. Fans wanted a penalty, as does the Stars bench. They won't get it. And now, once again, Lincoln trying to even it up. There's an opportunity the other way. It's Vlasov, scored the go-ahead goal a moment ago. Forced outside by Lassard, couldn't get a shot through. Schlein, backhander, hits off of a body and possessed by Henricks. Flip near side. Kohanski looking up toward the blue line, pushes it over as Lassard down. A little bit of pain after he may have taken a whack. He's kind of keeled over a little bit as he makes his way to the bench. Our bench was pleading for a call there. Nordberg into the zone. Sioux Falls attacking right to left. They've taken a 5-4 advantage. Harrington pitchforks it up the wall, not quite out of the zone. Free from the tie-up, a wrister off of the stick of Ben Wilmot, just missed the cage. Now here come the Stars. DeJulian poke checked at the last moment, could not get the shot off. Bouncing puck settled by Wilmot. He'll carry it out of the zone. Off of the glass, it comes in behind Showstack. Harrington's there to get it. Caden Harrington flips up to center ice. Wayne Loomer will backhand off of the wall in behind Waylon Ash. Ash comes out from between the pipes to play it. Right side, it's Spihar skating north. Gains the blue line, met by Brown against the wall. Spihar advances it deep right to Pelletier. Muscled into the neutral zone. Scooped up by Anthony Bongo. He'll bring it near side. Rybakov off the stick of Montero. In behind Showstack. It's Brown breaking it out. Kicked by Egan up to Picard. Finesse to Pelletier. Lobbed it in at Ash on the hop. He secures the pads at the last moment. It bounces to the far wall. Egan trying to advance into the circle. Now a tie-up. Picard down on his knees for a moment as well before it was brought back to the neutral zone. 3:12 to go in this third period with the Stars trailing 5-4. They came back from down by 3 to tie it. Right now, I just have to get one more over these final 3 minutes. Here comes Lassard up toward Henricks. Just in front of the blue line. Henricks slips around that would-be big check from Shaw Lee. Out at the Jans underneath. Finds Loomer behind the net. At the left point, Lassard keeps it onside. Backhander could not get around Vlasov. Has to come back to the neutral zone. Alexei Vlasov's tally right now, the difference in this contest. As we get a stoppage here with 2:39 to go in the third. 11th of the season from Vlasov at the 14:10 mark. .239 to go. Face off to the left of Ash. We'll keep an eye on the Stars net to see when Jan Shostak will leave the crease. Kate Kohanski to take the draw. joined by Pelletier and Markinitis. Feels like Alex Pelletier's been out here a ton this period. Kohanski back at his own blue line, flings it ahead to the opposing side. Off of Markinitis' stick, popping up in the air with a defensive stick, hitting it as well. J.J. Montero enters the Sioux Falls, the Lincoln zone, rather. Chipped it around the glass. Brombach scoops it up, looked for Pelletier, but intercepted Baker, tossed it right back in. Ethan Weber on the near side. 2:11 to go. Stars down by 1. Here comes Markinitis with a step. Charging up the middle. Wrister save made by Esch. Rebound toward the goal line. Chip toward the front of the net before it was broken up at the last second. There's Markinitis. Zone entry again. Fans on the shot. Comes back toward him. Chipped out of the zone, though, by Marconi. Minute 50 left. Lincoln needs one to tie it up for a second time this period. Here we go. Showstack to the bench. Extra attacker on the ice. It's Bruno Egan. Saw Sioux Falls scored empty netter last night, shorthanded. Stars control. Oliver, his shot, shut down, cleared out of the zone, back toward the empty net, and it is in. Flown out of the zone all the way from just about the goal line into the empty net. And that makes it a 6-4 Sioux Falls lead. Backbreaker there for the Stars. Now you can see in the frustration of a lot of players on the ice right now. Didn't even quite see who flung it out from the far side. Noah Ernest flies the puck out of the zone. And it looks like the Stars are going to take a timeout. We will take one as well. We'll be back in 60 seconds. It's 6-4 Sioux Falls over Lincoln on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Hello? Hello? Believe it or not, old phones are one of the most common pain points in offices today. Many of these phones are beyond repair because parts aren't available to fix outdated devices. Whether it's a traditional phone system or cloud-based VoIP technology, Hamilton Business Phones can help upgrade your connection. We make it easy to sync your office phone with your cell for seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you deserve better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
Well, the Stars calling a timeout a moment ago after an empty netter by Noah Ernest. He flung that all the way from down in his own zone, the length of the ice. It just barely made it inside the post near side and in. Well, the Stars empty net, it makes it a 6-4 Sioux Falls lead. A minute 22 and ticking remaining in tonight's game. Stars had a valiant effort tying this game up as Shostak was starting to make his way out of the crease. Once the Stars get possession, he will go to the bench. Still have time. We've seen crazy things happen before. But right now the task is very daunting. Lincoln was trailing 3-0 after the first period. Got 2 tallies in the second. Was able to tie things up in the third period. The Stampede with the last 2 goals ever since then. Alexei Vlasov at the 14:10 mark. Noah Ernest at the 18:32 mark. Here we go again. Shostak to the bench. Egan onto the ice. Harrington, one-timer, turn aside, second chance opportunity, bounces away. Oliver in the high slot trying to get the shot off. That one could not be. It is cleared out, and we'll go back for icing, this time wide of the empty net. 31.9 seconds to go here in the third period, with the Stars trailing 6-4. Icing on Sioux Falls will set up a defensive zone draw to the left of Waylon Esch. Lincoln winning the draw beneath the goal line. Tie up. Hits on the side of the cage. In between the two circles, Spihar collects, trying to send it down ice, but gloved away by Henriks. Henriks with 20 seconds left in his own end. Looks north, finesses off of the wall, right to the defense. That one flipped by Montero toward the empty net, but blocked again by Henriks. Bloomer near side, 7 seconds to go. Sioux Falls' is bench starting to celebrate as Henriks behind his own cage will hold it there, and the Stars will drop both games this weekend against the Stampede. Tip your cap to Sioux Falls. Went on the road and won both games in the Icebox against the holders of the best record in the USHL, the Lincoln Stars, and they take both games here tonight and yesterday as well, of course. 6-4 the score tonight. Sioux Falls sweeps the weekend. And the Stars will have a little extra time to prepare for next week. They only have one game next weekend. Big steps taken forward in the second and third period, but still some costly mistakes. You think about the tally by Brent Solomon. His second of the night came in the midst of a line change for the Stars. Other than that, though, several other mistakes made by Lincoln. The power play go-ahead goal from Alexei Vlasov. Would have loved to have not committed a penalty in that instance. But either way, they did have a good comeback, but just couldn't seal the deal here tonight. 6-4, Sioux Falls wins. We thank you for tuning in. We'll be back on the airwaves next Saturday, once again on 93.7 The Ticket, as well as Flow Hockey. Hope you'll tune in then. Stars versus Buccaneers a week from tonight at 6:05. Big thank you to my board operator, Harrison, back to the 93.7 The Ticket studios. I'm Joel Norman, signing off, saying the Stars fall tonight 6-4. And this has been the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home?